dry bored.
Sorry, I was really hoping that we'd be able to start, and I would be able to introduce my dog along with me. Maybe get the puppy effect. To you know how that works with Tinder? How if you put a dog in the photo with you, it makes yourself look more attractive and more appealing, and more people swipe right.
If you're pretending to wrestle with a dog, then it proves that you are stronger and can probably defeat other suitors in combat.
Well, it's more along the lines of like wanting to be able to you're dominant, but you're also playful, and so it adds this contradictory of like.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not? Oh, look at the fur, baby! Oh, I want to go on a date just so I can pet it.
I mean, that's usually what happens, but because you put an animal in your profile, people just want to be near you and your pet, which is why I specifically don't put any pets. But I also am the horrible kind of Tinder person where all of my photos are just selfies. Like, I'm in no group pictures. I've got no, like, pictures of someone taking a picture of me. Like, it's all just me holding.
You're social distancing.
I am social distancing. And I did make sure that I added some photos with masks just so that way people knew that I was mask-friendly wearing. That would probably be like my first question if I was going on a date with a new person. Like, you're not an anti-masker, right?
See, this is why I can't be on. This is why I can't be on a dating app, because, again, I would have no pictures of myself wearing a mask. Not because I'm against wearing. I mean, look in my car. There's 8 of them wrapped around my gear shift. But you're not. At some point, you're going to be hanging out with me. We're going to be eating dinner at a restaurant at a table where we can take off our masks, and I don't think it would be fair for me to hide off the lower part of my face that has the jowls and the double chin and everything else. That's just false advertising.
Well, no, see, I just added.
Gotta show the beard off.
I was gonna say, can I? Where should I post this picture that I just added to my Tinder profile? Don't worry, it's not naked. Should I do it on the general chat or should I do it on Facebook?
I don't think Tinder allows you to post naked pictures. I don't think that's what that one is for.
You aren't, but you wouldn't believe how many times people are able to definitely show a treasure trove.
Interesting. Yikes.
Just put a mask around it.
Yeah, so this was the picture that I most recently added onto my Tinder. I'm not wearing a mask because people can see my face still, but you can see one hanging around my ear because I, just got out of school that day. Oh, I'm student teaching. I told Zach this, but I finished my first week of student teaching.
Oh, nice.
Always love the purple shirt, purple tie combo. It's one of my favorites. It's what I wore. It's what I wore to prom.
Nice. I wore maroon. A lot of maroon to prom. I haven't.
Is that flag going to be joining us?
Is what going to be joining us?
The Packer flag.
The flag.
Oh, go Pack. Go Pack.
My God,
go
Duncan.
Pack.
We're playing tomorrow, right?
What?
I think so, yeah. The Buccaneers?
I've been waiting for you guys to say you're ready to go.
Duncan, we've got 20 minutes.
No, we're just making fun of your.
Actually starts.
No, Zach wanted to start at 6:30 today.
Yeah, we've been ready since 6:30. We've been live for the last 10 minutes. I keep waiting for everybody to be like, "All right."
I thought it was.
Oh my God.
I thought it was gathering.
Nobody's saying anything.
That's what was said.
I mentioned in the chat
about their
because
Tinder
I wanted
profiles.
to start a little early, but
Oh, we did start, guys. We started 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, I told you.
Duncan, you have to tell us these things.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did. I said we're live. 3, 2, 1.
But that's when we're supposed to introduce ourselves.
Okay, sorry. I said, guys, we're going live in 3, 2, 1. It's not my fault. None of you guys are paying attention.
All right.
I didn't
I'll
hear.
let
I
Linda
saw.
look
I
Maybe
saw
you weren't loud
finger.
when you
I
said
didn't
it.
hear-
All right, well, whatever.
Did we reveal anything personal?
Not that I heard, but I can always delete it if you
That
did.
you put naked pictures of yourself on Tinder.
Ah, yes, I did.
And
I did say
about,
that.
I think I
Yeah,
talked
there's-
about like putting a mask around as a censor bar.
Oh my
And
god.
and Zach said it. And Zach said it wouldn't be a dick pic if it was wearing a mask. So
Perfect.
I think that's the gist of it.
Why is everything? Why am I reversed all the time?
Alright, so let's.
I don't know. I don't know you.
Such a
I don't
good-
know your life
that's a-
story.
That's such a philosophical question. Why am I reversed all the time?
Whatever.
Let's switch back to my other note page. Let's open up this Call of Cthulhu character on my iPad, and let's pull up the YouTube video on my phone.
Everyone else have their Dyson devices ready.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Let's see. We've got the stream up on the all-in-one. We've got the shiatsu on lower back with heat and a glass of Moscato. And a keyboard. Although I should put round table on the other screen. That way I'm at least looking partially into the camera. Now we're just sitting here in silence.
Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to start. I don't know what. I just.
Well, we're waiting for you
It
to
is
lead
good to
us into
start.
it, Duncan.
God, Duncan is in a hell of a mood tonight.
He's sassy because of the GB pack.
All right. Hello.
It's the only.
Hello. Welcome. Hello. Welcome to the third and hopefully final episode of Call of Cthulhu X Night Vale. It's a custom adventure based on the first Night Vale novel that is being run by our good friend and keeper, Zach Matulski. Oops. Just doxed him.
Bruh, bruh. Oh,
Oh, well.
Oopsie daisies. I'll cut that out of the thing. My
I
name
feel
is
so
Sir.
doxed.
My name is Sir Duncan. This is my round table. I am joined here by 4 of my very best friends, one of whom is my brother. To my bottom right is my good friend and fellow streamer, Emily Devo Dice Roller.
Diva Dice Roller, what's up? Duncan and I did a Night in the Woods stream earlier today. If you want to watch it for
And
fun, because
yeah, go check her out. She's on Twitch. To
Yeah.
her right is my brother and general fun guy, Drake.
Hello.
And then to Drake's upper right is another one of my good friends. Finding it hard to find descriptors for these people. He's a car nut. And he's also a cool guy. Connor, the Nadenator.
The level of enthusiasm, Duncan, is I'm just my heart is
And
dangerously slow here.
to the
Dead.
top, it is Zach, the wonderful keeper,
And
the
to
man,
my up.
the man, the mystery, the legend. He's
riveting
created.
content.
He's created 9.
Ian.
He's created somewhere between 9 and 10 different magic sets. He wrote an entire fan fiction based on the plot of Super Paper Mario. He's done a lot of other really cool shit. It's Zach.
Hi, I'm a nerd as Duncan has described, to the up of everyone. Hi, I'm excited to probably finish off this adventure today. Are we ready to go into a recap? Or, first, people should probably say their characters, who they are.
Who do you want to start with?
Let's start with Connor.
Returning for Night Vale episode number 3, Dr. Stanislav Leonid Zarnikov, Dr. Lenny.
And to his left, Drake. Who's your character?
Hello. My character's name is Addis Titus, and he is a farmer.
Every time! Every time! Duncan, if the
the
titties
only
don't
reason I
make
wanted
you
you to
happy,
introduce
I don't
characters.
know what will, okay? The titties brought me out of
The
my
only reason why I
misery.
wanted
The
to introduce
titties
characters.
lifted
Maybe
me
Jonas.
up. The titties bounced me back on my feet. When will the titties bounce you back up, huh? Huh, pal?
I don't know, man. I honestly, I couldn't
I've been
tell you.
bounced by the titties too many times.
Disconnected. Listen, if I'm
Oh.
saying if I'm saying stop, it's for a good reason. It's not because I'm just like, oh, fuck Emily
was
in
gonna say-
particular.
Duncan, to be fair, you say stop for dumb reasons a lot of the time.
All right,
I was
so
gonna say, Emily, you should make a joke. If you're gonna make a joke about having titties, you should definitely talk about how you're a UPS person who has to deliver a lot of titties, just
Alright.
like big packages.
Emily, go
Oh
ahead.
my God.
Emily, go ahead and start over.
I am the only person with boobs here, was the joke I was making related to the last name of one of our compatriots. My character is also the only person with titties. Norma Foxglove is a very dedicated USPS postal worker. The only effective postal worker, so be it, in Night Vale, due to the postal service being comprised of people that stand around and moan, or mysterious shambling figures that mumble, moan, and have raised the prices of stamps, which is something that I will not abide by. I'm also the only local Night Vale resident in this group, and so I'm about to take a lot of sanity damage from being exposed to the real-ass normal world, which is what we're gonna do today. Until we go to King City, and then we're all totally screwed.
And my character's name
You
is
don't
BK.
know that.
Your character's
Hey,
name is
Marcus.
what?
My character's name is BK.
And how many arms do you have?
I have one arm.
And he is
Arms
down
for the
and,
poor!
and he is down an arm.
I am. My character is Bradford Marcus. He's an author, struggling author. He found his spark in Night Vale and subsequently lost his arm for his hubris. And now he's continuing on with one
Inventory is
arm.
minus one arm.
He is continuing on with one arm as though he has two arms because he frequently forgets that he is missing an arm.
The second arm is his penis.
He's got three legs.
No.
He's got three legs, and that's it. That's the whole joke.
Yeah. We've
But
got
somehow
to.
still
Yeah.
has the highest appearance score of all the characters.
Yeah.
Do
Oh,
I-
not
wait,
somehow. We know.
Wait, do
We
I?
know how he got that appearance.
Do I?
All I can think is
Is
There's
seven-
four
Michael
of you, I think so.
Michael
Is-
Caine talking to Mini Me.
Is 70
You're a
really the
tripod,
highest?
aren't
Michael Caine. Yeah, you could stand on it like a kickstand.
I'm 55.
Wow, 70 is the highest. Wow, I didn't realize BK was so attractive. I guess the scars he got from his librarian attack and the missing arm just makes him even more rugged.
Ruggedly handsome, that's for sure.
He's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
All right, so that is our four compatriots traveling in one of
All right,
Connor's
and I can
expensive
go into-
cars.
Ah, it's not just an expensive car. It's
Oh,
an esoteric
God.
Russian car. So, there.
It is an expensive Russian car
Oh, there.
because Connor is always rushing everywhere.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Anyway,
And with that, we go to
we're on the road.
recap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than
Pardon me,
Norma, the
Connor.
three of them found
Do the recap, I'll
themselves.
be back.
All right, I'll do the recap.
No,
while
he's good. Yeah.
Connor's dying, apparently. Yeah. So other than Norma, the three of them found themselves in the mysterious town of Night Vale, unable to leave. They also encountered the man in the tan jacket, a man who could not be remembered and whose conversation could not be remembered other than his tan jacket and his deerskin suitcase. After the conversation, Adam discovered he had a piece of paper in his hand saying King City that could not be removed. The next morning, they hear a radio announcement and they hear from a woman, Diane. They go to her house to hear from Diane that her son, Josh, a shapeshifter, has gone missing and is probably looking for his biological father, Troy, a man who multiplies when he feels like it, that moved to King City shortly after Josh was born. They pick up Norma, the dedicated postal worker, and they go to the scientist Carlos to hear from him. Nothing too helpful, but they do hear that some of the Troys have recently moved back to town. They go and talk to Troy, but he does not know too much, other than the man in the tan jacket has been spotted in King City long before he has been spotted in Night Vale. Without many leads, they turn to the dangerous public library. which is filled with horrifying librarians and other nightmarish creatures. They do find some information on King City as well as a Mythos tome, but not without injury as BK Marcus loses an arm and Dr. Lenny suffers some broken ribs. They go to the hospital, look through the information they gathered, and they discover through that, as well as some radio broadcasts, that some long flamingos around town might have some weird time-bending properties. So they go investigate at where these flamingos have been sold, Lenny's bargain house, and discover it is basically a front for the secret government and other unnamed government agencies to pawn off items that are dangerous. But after talking to Carlos, they discover these flamingos might actually be normalizing time rather than disrupting it. And with these time normalizing plastic lawn flamingos, they are finally able to leave town. And we left off with our heroes finally leaving, escaping Night Vale, and going on to King City and the world beyond.
We're in the
And Connor
car.
is still dying, and they're in the car.
And
Yeah.
Connor's the one who's driving us, so I guess we're all dying.
Connor's not driving us. Lenny is driving us.
You're right, Lenny. And Lenny's
Lenny.
Lenny
Lenny
is
is-
currently not here. He just disappeared, and there's no
Right.
one driving a vehicle. I guess we're still consumed by Night
Dr. Lenny,
Vale
make a-
horrors.
Lenny's here.
Dr.
He's
Lenny,
just
make a
zoning
drive
out.
Auto check. No.
Is it Lenny? What's
Norma
going on?
reaches around and uses him like a puppet to drive the automobile and make sure that we don't hit an oncoming car. I rolled a
We can
7 under
insert you- we-
70.
Nice. All right.
For my
You are
drive
reaching at
check.
Bernie Zing, Dr. Lenny like a pro.
Yeah, I regret rolling a 7 now. It's the most tragic. Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're making good time. Things went dark.
Yeah, just for a moment.
Yeah, that was weird.
No. It was
couldn't hear.
it was intentional. Zach's video has been lagging really badly lately. So I just really quickly looked up a fix, and it said if I change the server location to Brazil, there's less video stuttering for some reason.
It's weird.
So now we're in Brazil, guys.
Let me know if I'm lagging more, and you can tell me to stop and
No,
fix whatever.
yeah, it's not a Wi-Fi issue is the problem. So I just had to figure out the server thing, and I think it works now because you're smoother than you've ever been. Well,
Okay. Smoother than I've ever been. My
exactly
beard
right.
is bushier than it.
Yeah, the bushiest beard you've ever had. All right, so
Oh yeah. So much. It's horrifying.
how long of a drive is it to King City again? I think we established this
it's
last time, but
It's about a 5-hour drive to King City. It's probably after lunch now because you went in the morning to the hospital. Then you talked to Carlos. So I'm not sure if you wanted to grab lunch before you left Night Vale or not.
well, we did.
But it is probably noon, early afternoon.
The last thing we did last time was we stopped at a gas station.
Okay.
So we stopped at a
Okay, so
gas station outside of Night Vale, and we got snacks
Right.
for the drive to King City.
Okay. Yeah. So you're having a snacking lunch.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
about a 5-hour drive to King City. So up to you, where you want to go now. Norma.
Are any of these snacks familiar to me?
Let's see. There's
Are these
well, if
snacks?
there's an Arby's and Night Vale, there's probably some that are familiar, but maybe the name is the same, but the contents are different. Like I think last time we mentioned there were Mounds bars, but in like reality they're like chocolate and nuts and things. But the Mounds bars you're familiar with might be like mounds of rat skeletons or something like that.
I
I specifically bought popcorn, like a bag of like popcorn, because I wanted to show her what popcorn looks like when it's not invisible.
Take 1d10 sanity.
What is this? What is this? What is this? We heard something about his dark materials, and I bet that this is what his dark materials are. Kernels of destruction and doom.
No, this is what happens when a kernel pops.
Popcorn was never intended to be seen by the naked eye.
Well, you've upset
That's your belief.
you've upset
Go
the
for it.
natural order of things. Reality is
Do you know what
collapsing.
elder gods you've angered with your action? Do you know?
Just wait till she sees it dusted with cheese powder or drenched in caramel.
Ooh.
Oh God. Yeah, and I'm assuming there are several other things as we go through our drive that just like cause me to go like what? And like we see plants and vegetation and shit, and I'm just like.
We're gonna
No.
You're gonna get to hear the weather station being actually weather.
Yeah, we listened to the radio
we
last
talked
time.
about
I've
that
already
last time.
sanity damage for that.
I do want to show her a library. I know I keep talking about it, but we have to
Oh, yeah,
stop
no,
at a
we can-
library to show her
But-
what a library
but-
is.
But King City is the thing that we're heading for. King
Yeah.
City is what we need to find. We don't have time to deal with other sorts of shambling monsters.
Well, now
Not
that-
today. Maybe next week.
Yeah, and
How
now,
about after?
and now that we know that we can get out of Night Vale whenever we need to, we can always bring her around to any of these locations at any other point. I think King City is our focus right now, and we should head on over to King City with all due speed.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you? I mean, you agree with me, Lenny. I think Lenny's got the right idea of this. You know, we got to get smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Lenny is in it for for the destination. So we proceed on down the highway at a high rate of speed, looking to get to King City as quickly as possible, and hopefully they'll have a library there that's a normal library.
All right. So you head over to King City. If there are no other stops along the way, then I guess now is when I would have Norma roll sanity for all of the normal plants and talk of food, of normal mounds, bars, and
Fucking
librarians
weak
that
byproducts that
have
aren't
only
snakes.
one mouth.
Snakes are the best byproduct.
I rolled a 43 under 50 something. I rolled a 43 under 50.
43 under 50. Okay. I guess for Night Vale citizens, I had a thing where they started with less sanity, but that is reduced. Every instance of sanity loss is reduced by 1. But that's more, I guess, for Night Vale things. So I guess in this case, if you succeed, you would just take 1. That even with your sanity reduction loss, you take 1 sanity loss total.
Yeah.
As you stare as the visible popcorn filters through your fingers.
As billboards go by for the sham wow. And
Wow.
I have looked into the abyss,
The abyss
and this is what it looks
Back.
like. This is hell,
And it is buttery.
and it is buttery and covered in artificial cheese.
She looks into the bag and goes, "This is the bag that leads to hell."
The road to hell is paved in kernels that we can see with the naked eye. God.
So Norma is pretty horrified for the ride.
Yeah.
Adam, last time you mentioned up in the library.
Yeah, just to pass the time, just to
Okay.
A
dive
tome.
in.
Oh
I'll
no.
get as far as I can, but
It's
Right.
a tome. It's a tome.
Yeah, it's like
It is a tome.
Yeah, sweet baby bean.
Call of Cthulhu's always had weird rules about tomes. Like they take forever to read. Like it can take you like months to read a single like 1,000-page tome, which
It depends on the tome. It depends on the tome.
they've always said that it's based on like, oh, it's so horrifying, it's hard to read. But I just think the people who make Call of Cthulhu are really slow readers, and they're basing it off of their own personal experiences.
I don't know if it's the
That's
horror
cruel.
either. It's the wrapping your mind around the esoteric concept.
Yeah, you have to, in order for it to even be horrifying, you have to understand it and comprehend the thoughts and ideas behind it. It makes sense to me that you're reading something that is not of this realm
Yeah,
or that
but
is so
it's-
mind-shatteringly
yeah, but, like,
wild.
Multiple months? That's just no. I know.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah?
I don't believe it.
okay. I have friends that if they tried, it would take them.
I have
multiple
friends who have
months.
read. I've had friends who have read Call of Cthulhu mythical tomes and gained Cthulhu mythos from it. And let me tell you their
I'm-
experiences.
I'm just talking about like
I rolled a d6 for my Cthulhu Mythos increase.
My friends, I have a friend who it just takes ages to read Harry Potter, and it's because of the fact that it doesn't exist in this reality that it takes so long for them to wrap their heads around the fantasy element of it.
So their imagination is not kicking up into gear.
They don't
Yes,
have a great imagination.
I feel like that's us reading tomes. It's not our imagination that stunts us, but it's our inability to comprehend.
Preconceived.
Yes.
Yeah. And Adam, he's a very well-read person who wants to be a writer. You have a strong imagination, but even you are struggling to wrap your mind around what is going on. There's many mentions of this god Huntokar, who seems to be kind of at the center of all of these various rituals and bloodlettings and things.
Half of them involve Carmax and the general automotive rates on automobiles. You gotta hunt a car one day or another.
You gotta hunt a car. You gotta hunt a car. God, I just took sanity. You hear of these people in robes wearing these soft meat crowns of inverted organs. It's definitely not a pleasant afternoon read. But you are reading anyway. You seem kind of transfixed as you.
If it was firm meat, I'd be out.
Gives a whole new definition to
meat,
the term crown roast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like trying to read a conceptual psychic textbook in Portuguese. That is exactly correct. Thank you, Ian.
That is exactly it. Yes, you continue your drive. And you said there are no other stops, so if that is the case, then we can skip ahead to about 5-ish hours later. You do find King City without much issue. As you approach, outside, you do see a welcoming sign off in the distance. You do see a sort of strange creature somewhat outside, off of the road, gnawing on a deer carcass. It looks too big to be a crow. It kind of has like a almost feathered texture to it, but it looks too big to be a crow. As you drive closer, it might be a dog of some sort. It seems like it has it seems like it is a quadruped.
It's like,
it is some.
Are you sure it's not a vulture?
I was gonna say it's some sort of feathered carrion eating on a carcass, but it's not. It's too big to be a crow, so it's a vulture then.
Oh.
Well, we're good. We're done. We solved the case, guys. It's just a different bird.
I want to roll spot hidden to see if I can make out more distinctive features as we like drive closer. Does that work?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so if I get 0, 0, 0, is that 10?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 10.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a 10 under 65.
Okay. So your extreme success, you get a very clear look of it as you drive. As you drive past it, this creature actually does look towards all of you. You can see kind of some of the deer blood dripping from its mouth. It looks like a combination of a crow and a hound, but it has a very sharp face and a sharp beak, with a long red tongue kind of dripping down from it.
I think I heard
You
Cecil
can roll
talking about
sanity.
these things being spotted outside of the dog park or something. It's a dog bird. 22 under 49. It's a dog bird.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, Norma does not see.
Is bird spliced with dog?
Dog bird crow. Bad. Keep driving.
Are you sure we should not stop to take a closer look at it?
Trust me. Keep moving. As they say on the Manitowoc Minute, the only outside media that we get in Night Vale, keep her moving.
All right. Norma is the only one who took a close look, it seems. Your 1 sanity is reduced to 0. This is not a creature you have seen in Night Vale or described by Night Vale, but I guess it is similar to some of the other strange creatures you have seen around Norma. But anyway,
checks out.
You drive. Oh yeah.
I was just gonna say I'm pretty sure that BK just like is taking a nap. Like he is still recovering from losing an arm, so he's just gonna sleep the whole drive until someone wakes him up.
Okay.
Just because like there's not much that he can. He just needs to rest and try to build up his strength after losing an arm. So
Hey, BK, look at that fucked up bird dog.
What? What? Where?
Norma makes him go crazy
What?
again. No, I don't do that. I just would find it funny if I was the one to slowly deteriorate your
You don't,
sanity by making you aware
I mean, you were
of
the
all
one,
these things going on around you.
You were the one who forced me to. You like pointed at the fucking librarian. I wouldn't have gotten my sanity loss if you'd been like, "Don't look at the librarian." So I blame Norma for the loss of my arm.
If someone says, "Don't look, there's a big monster right there," what is your first instinct?
Not to look, because somebody
I'm
told me
going-
not to look at it. So why would I disregard?
Yeah, but you don't trust her that much.
Why would I disregard my best friend's recommendation to not look at the hideous monster? Emily, I'm ashamed and shocked. All right. Anyways.
I'm shocked.
Wow.
This
I
car
am
ride,
shocked
Dr. Lenny,
and
what have you,
appalled.
No, he's shocked, Connor.
Dr. Lenny, what have you been doing? BK Marcus is asleep. Adam is engrossed in a Mythos tome, and Norma is horrified by popcorn.
I
So it seems like a pretty quiet drive. What have you been doing?
I presume not crashing the car.
Yes.
I've
I just
I've,
not like
I've,
listening to radio or anything.
I've been piloting a large automobile and fiddling with the radio stations. I guess
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure. All right. But yes, after you Norma sees that weird creature, you do approach the entrance to King City. You see a very faded sign welcoming you. It says King City welcomes you, and there are like two kind of fat dolphins, kind of like flying in like an arch over the town.
Wait, did you say 2.5?
No, two.
Oh, okay.
Two
Good.
and a half dolphins, the new hit sitcom.
I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, there's two very clear dolphins, and then there's another one on another level up that's drawn as half a dolphin. It's really quite gruesome. They painted its guts hanging out of the end where it's been torn off. So
The viscera? Yeah.
quite disturbing.
You notice the sign is very faded, and as you drive into the town, you do have to stop pretty soon. You notice this town, King City, is in complete disarray. There is a large amount of detritus on the one entrance road leading in, sort of preventing you from driving further unless you make a very good drive auto check.
Good
There's
words.
a fallen telephone pole, lots of garbage. Oh yeah, drive auto. What is that in the narrative? That not like a Les Mis barricade is like intentionally set up. Just years of garbage being built up over time.
31 under 50.
Normal success. You would still, if you try to navigate around, the wheels kind of get caught on some of the like telephone pole and wires that are just kind of traced around this road. So at this point, you are not able to drive around. But you do notice a second car that is kind of parked in front of this barricade, this accidental barricade. It is a Burgundy Ford hatchback that has a plastic lawn flamingo kind of wedged in the front, kind of in the front of the car.
The child. Baby Yoda's
Why?
here.
Baby,
Why
it's
is it
Baby
in the front of the
Yoda.
car? Why not just put it in the trunk?
I don't know, he's just a kid.
That you notice.
I throw the very large gear shift into park, and I get out of the car to look.
You notice there's a lot of damage on the front of the car. So it's not like this lawn flamingo was like placed as like a hood ornament. It is like wedged in the front of the car. You're surprised that they were able to drive over here.
Maybe the lawn flamingo got wedged as an accident, because didn't that other lady that he ran into get a lawn flamingo?
That's what I thought.
Oh
Like,
my
maybe
God.
that's the only reason why he was able to leave.
Yo,
Who's to say that this kid figured out how it worked?
You might actually be right.
Good
Like
point.
that's a very good point. I hadn't even considered that, but now that you mention it,
It's almost like I'm really smart or something. I'm just kidding.
let me.
But she was on the list of one of the people with the lawn flamingo.
You're right. You right.
Is the car is the Burgundy Ford hatchback unlocked?
Yes, it is unlocked.
I
Do we see
will
track?
make a
Oh,
search
sorry.
of the interior. I roll spot hidden for the on the interior of the car. I open the driver's door and I spot hidden. 28 under 65.
I mean, under 65. Okay. You inspect the car. I guess there is nothing too particular of note. You would see, I guess, driving papers of Diane's in the, what is it called, the glove box, glove compartment.
Glove compartment.
You can tell I don't have a car. You can tell I don't have a car or drive. In the glove compartment, so you do see that this is in fact Diane's car that went missing and Josh took. You might find, she might have like a little handgun, just to defend. There's a little self-defense handgun in the glove compartment as well. Otherwise, you do not see anything out of the ordinary other than the damage on the front of the car.
Hey, Norma.
You should take this handgun.
Good idea. I do not like being the only one with a firearm.
Yeah, who
What's
can
up?
shoot? Because I can't.
I only know how to brawl fight.
Well, now that I'm missing an arm, it might actually be more useful for me to stay behind the front lawns. Front lawns? I just got pink flamingos on the mind. Sorry about that. Why don't you hand me that revolver right here?
Here you
Okay.
Lenny, could you load it for me? Unfortunately, I'm gonna be a 6-shooter, and that's gonna be about it.
It's all.
Are any of you skilled in the art of tracking or finding tracks or seeing tracks that might lead us to something else, or following markings in the ground to find something, or finding markings in the ground? She just kind of like keeps going.
Is there actually a
Survival.
there is. Well, no, there's a track skill too. It's the last one on the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I just saw survival. I didn't see track. I don't know how to find. Well, I don't know how to follow footfalls or identify them, but I can actually. I might be able to see something. I'm gonna look at that dirt. Look at the ground.
All right.
Around the car.
Roll to look at that dirt.
I sense a disturbance in the
Roll to look at
atmosphere
that-
with only
Roll
a
to
normal
look at that
success.
dirt.
Roll
59 under
baby.
65.
Okay. What skill is that?
59 under 65 for spot hidden, just to see what I can see with my elvish eyes.
Would you
Okay.
accept the biology roll for signs of life?
Sure, you can roll it.
I'm also gonna roll for a track.
I'm gonna be spending my time looking over this gun and seeing how to use it.
88. Doesn't matter. I am useless.
Ha! You're not a biologist, you're a hack.
I
I
am
got
a
a-
hack.
I got
A
15 under
Soviet hack.
40.
Oh,
What skill was that again, Drake?
You said that that I could kind of combine track and navigate into one skill.
Yeah.
So I was using
Okay,
my
so for
navigate
the-
skill.
All right.
All right, I think I'd also
I'll
like
go
to
with that. That's a hard 6.
I'd also like to make a roll to help Drake.
oh wow.
Yeah.
So this guy drove here sometime in the past, right?
Right.
Right. So that would be history.
Seems like, I mean, time is weird in Night Vale. but
This
like,
guy.
So
Oh,
so
this kid.
that would be in the history. That would be in history, right? So I'm gonna make a history roll
hate
to
you,
find out where
Duncan.
this guy went. Wow,
Ugh.
that's a nat 1. So I mean, Zach, you gotta give it to me.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding.
Mhm.
Please continue with Drake.
With a history, you can identify the year of this car.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
the,
good.
the
I'm
year
good.
make of this car.
I'm good.
But with Drake's hard success, it was hard to tell at first. You did not see any sort of human footprints. But then you remember, Josh is a shapeshifter, so you can't just look for human prints. You have to look for any kind of animal prints for tracking Josh. But the soonest thing you do see, it was very faint, so it took you a while. But you do see some small deer hoof prints, or what you assume is deer hoof prints, some sort of hooved animal.
I really
going
hope that he
forward.
didn't die.
Oh,
Because we just
wait a
just saw
moment.
deer being eaten.
We did just see a deer being eaten.
Well, I mean, we didn't.
Are the
but,
which
like,
direction are the hoof prints heading in?
These prints are heading into the town.
So the deer's behind us. But that does mean that there are really creepy crow dogs that are out here, and I think that we need to find this kid before he gets eaten by one. You know?
It would
Yeah.
be fascinating
We
to
should
see
go.
crow
Norma,
dogs.
you have the best voice, right?
No. What?
You have the best voice, right?
What?
What?
I just also I don't really know
That's
what
the
songs
point.
are popular.
Your
in
shrill,
Night Vale.
your shrill, unpleasant voice may be able to call him to us.
No, I'm more going like if he's a shapeshifter and he's hearing a song he might like, he might all of a sudden start humming it. I'm going like
What about a deer
I'm
mate?
trying
No, that would be weird. He's a child. Never mind.
He's like, no, didn't they say he was 18? Thought he just turned 18.
Josh,
Yes.
Still
he's
weird.
about 15.
15.
He's
Gotcha, okay.
15.
Oh,
He's a child.
I thought we had
I'm
said
trying
that
to
he
do that
turned
mimic
18.
joke.
though.
child.
I know, I don't
I
wanna
just
do it.
wanted to confirm how old he was.
Okay, we need to find this kid.
Child's plaything.
Oh my god.
I
Okay,
don't-
Woody.
I don't
Let's
wanna
keep
play with
walking.
you anymore.
Lead on, farmer boy.
All
we're
right.
gonna be following the footsteps of the
Is
deer.
there is
Listen,
is
Adam.
there any way that I can? Is there any way that I can clear a path for my car to continue driving into town?
For that, can all of you lift a telephone pole? I guess would that be a strength check?
It would be a strength check.
It would
If all
be
four of us try, we might be able to roll it out of the way.
collective strength. Yeah, against.
I feel like a telephone pole is very
I
heavy.
don't know how to roll for that, but
It would
Well,
be a
yeah.
strength
would
check,
be
but
rolling against the strength of the telephone.
You'd think we need at least 2 hard successes to even manage getting it out of the way.
so how many feet would you say this telephone pole is?
Well, I got
Zach.
I got a 21 under 55, so I did get a hard.
I got a 28. I got a 28 under 65 for a hard success.
Zach,
I
how
got
many
a
how
99.
Zach, how tall would you say this telephone
Guys,
pole is?
we can't do all 4 of us. Duncan doesn't have an arm. BK Marcus only has 1 arm.
oh yeah, the strength is
His strength is half right.
strength is pretty.
No,
mean,
I get it under my I roll under it so that it's on my back and then I start standing up. I lift with my back, not with my arms.
Telephone poles are 900 to
and
telephone poles are
pushes
900
pushes.
900 to 1,000 pounds.
I was gonna say I found a website that shows how heavy a telephone pole would be based on how tall it is. So I was trying to get how tall it was from Zach.
Yeah, 10 times the pole height. Plus 2 feet. That's the depth.
Is this a traditional
There's
Western
such
red
ways to
cedar?
calculate it.
Is this a Western red cedar traditional 45er? Because that if it's
Oh my
class
God, I
if
hate
that's
you.
It's in the southwest.
if that's class
It's in the
one, that's gonna.
southwest, Southern California. If that's southwest, then that sounds Western cedar.
If
to me.
you got yourself
Or
a
it-
class one, that's going to be running you about 1,200 pounds. But if you're going to go with a thinner class 5 type of telephone pole, the kind that you just need to be able to run telephone line across, and you don't need to have any of those circuit boxes and nothing like that, I'd say you could go for about 700 pounds. And I'd say 4 people, one of them
How
missing an
nice.
arm, could probably lift a 700-pound telephone pole if, for example, the one-armed man were to roll an extreme success. Which he doesn't, but I tried, and that's what matters.
What did you?
Did
get,
you
Duncan?
roll, Drake?
I got a
You
99.
got a 99.
I got a 20.
Oh,
I got a
okay.
26, which is a hard
He
success.
trips over the telephone pole and does a face.
But then 3 of us got a hard success.
Okay, yeah.
2 and a
hard
half of us
successes
got
and
a hard
99.
success. Yeah.
Right,
I
2
don't
and a
know.
half. Okay.
I'm guessing we don't
Yeah,
move
sure,
it all the
will.
way out of the way, though.
This is no. You don't. Oh, so no. Go ahead, Zach. Sorry.
Sure. I was going to say it will take a long time, but you would be able to clear it out of the way. It's not just the telephone pole. There's a lot of other broken furniture.
We have
and
time.
Garbage bags.
I get that you want to take the car, but we've got to rescue this kid.
Fine. You want to walk through California in the sun? We walk through California in the sun, and I put a hat on.
Because you're a vampire.
Okay.
Precisely.
I like.
I do want to grab the flamingo from the back of the car in the trunk.
Do you touch it?
With I'm using my piece of paper as a glove.
No, let's instead of grabbing ours, let's get the one out of the front of this car.
Okay, I want to make sure that if something happens to our vehicle where it disappears, we do have an exit ticket on us.
Yeah,
That's
but let's
more
take
my
the kids.
Yeah, so we'll take the kids.
Well, I just realized though, Zach, like, you know, this whole time we've been talking about trying to move this telephone pole, right? But like, who's to say that the telephone pole is actually like preventing us from going, right? Like, is it possible that we just have to drive? Can we just drive around the telephone pole? Like, we're in a desert, right? It's like, I'm sure it's probably just flat land that we could just drive around it.
Or
you get what I mean?
telephone pole is the kid.
Whoa, what?
No, my God, stop.
Wait, what's going
Zach,
on?
what were you gonna say?
I run over the telephone pole.
I was going to say there are houses kind of on the periphery, the left and right of you. So I guess there are lawns, but you wouldn't really be able to drive around those houses. This road is kind of locking it in.
Wait a sec.
Oh.
I don't know what happened, but Zach is the only one moving on the stream right now. Everybody else is frozen. What?
Oh, I see that.
Oh.
I'm making a dumb face.
Oh my!
That's
I
bizarre.
have no
Oh, that's
idea what
funny.
happened, and I don't know how to fix it.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Do we all need to drop out and
We
come back
refresh?
in?
No, it's not that. It's each individual. No, because when I no. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
Quel disaster.
Dude, this is so stupid. Why is it doing this? Okay,
Mm.
Drake's good.
Shit happens, man.
That's so weird. I literally had to just like
Came
I had to
back just in
close out
case.
of everybody's Discord and then reload it, and now everybody's fine. I hope that wasn't going for too long.
Okay.
I can't imagine it was
Probably
that
not.
long though. No, it wasn't that long. It
Keep
was
on, keep it on. Are we moving these poles or what?
No, I think we're just walking past.
Okay, walking past, you're grabbing the flamingo from Diane/Josh's car. Oh, Diane's car. Okay, the piece of paper is pretty small. I don't know if you'd be able to like get a good grip of it unless you're like grabbing it just like by the neck or
It's
something.
like a coat or fabric or something.
I'm grabbing it with my flannel. I'm just
Okay.
taking it. I'm grabbing.
You know,
my-
the flamingo farmer? Go on.
and then
The
just throw it
only.
in my backpack because I throw everything in my backpack.
All right,
I'm like Dora the Explorer.
sure. Your Dora the Explorer. Adam, I guess just roll
Dora.
a luck check and don't do badly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got an 8 under 75.
Okay, you're good. It does.
Ow.
Okay, you're good. It does not accidentally touch you. But yeah, that is in
Way
your
to follow
backpack.
instructions.
But yeah, you have that. You continue walking. I guess following those deer tracks. I guess as you walk more into the town, all of you make a listen check.
Ooh. Oh no, I don't like this.
Oh
Not
no!
48 under 65.
32 over 30.
66 over 25.
I failed.
I'm the only one who succeeded with a normal success.
I failed with
Oh,
I
no.
failed with an 86 over whatever my listen is.
Bad.
80
Okay.
86 over 45.
What now?
Norma, nothing too much. You hear sort of this mechanical humming sound, very, very faint. It sounds very far away. I guess looking into the whole of King City, it's pretty flat. Although there is one hill kind of in the center of town, with some buildings at the top of the hill, and the roads kind of just go down, almost like the town is in a circle. But anyway, you hear this like very, very faint mechanical noise. But you keep going.
Yeah.
And following the
Are you guys hearing that?
Hearing what? I don't hear anything.
What kind
Don't
of
hear.
mechanical noise? Is it like a wah 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 or what, or buzzing or gears or what?
I guess more of a buzzing noise, but
So
it
like a
is very
transformer.
faint. You can't really tell.
Yeah, like
Like a
electricity.
transformer. There we go.
Yeah.
Match the pit.
Optimus Prime is nearby. I mentioned I hear some sort of like electrical thrumming or something. I don't really understand it. It's kind of confusing.
Must be power substation nearby.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, I guess let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't
As
As we,
pinpoint,
walk, as we walk down the street, do we see anybody? Or are we just walking through some deserted town?
Well, there should be a lot of Troys, right?
Walking through, you do not see anyone. So far, you have not seen anyone outside. Are you looking like
dust
inside
on
any
this
buildings, or just like
tire.
as you're walking around?
No, I think we're just walking into King
Yes,
City
as
right
we
now.
walk around. Yeah.
We're following the footsteps.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right. So you're walking outside. It's walking down the road. It looks like the road like goes all the way through to the top of the hill, like a little ways away. But you follow these tracks. You do not see anyone outside yet. But the hooves do lead you inside of a store called Fish and Bait. It looks like the tracks go in there and then end there. Going inside, you see a pretty tall and gaunt man who's almost Adam's height behind the counter, and you see jars of worms kind of sitting on the desk and on shelves behind him. And he has sort of this vacant look in his eyes, the person behind the desk. He says, "Oh, can I help you?"
What does his name tag say? Does it give his title? It's like store manager,
Uh,
fish leader,
no, it just says Tim. Just says
masturbator.
Tim. Tim the masturbator. No, just says Tim.
Tim, where's the nearest location that you can go fishing?
Yeah, that's confusing.
Oh, where was that? It's ways away. I think not in the town. I think it's outside the town, but I don't know if people have gone out fishing. It's been a while. Can I help you buy anything?
Yeah,
Have you seen a deer child?
Here? Wait, I think I saw a deer in here. It seems unusual, but this deer might have been a person. I don't think a deer left here.
Well, where
Seemed
did the
like a deer
person
might-
leave?
Oh, they looking around. They asked me something. If I knew someone I don't like, someone I don't think I like. I don't think I liked who they were asking. But I wasn't, and they left. I think they walked on in towards the town.
Might that someone have been Troy?
He does act
What?
apart.
This
his eyes,
guy. Have you suffered a recent head injury?
Let him talk.
I don't think I like that name. I don't know. I don't think I. Do you want me to help you buy anything?
Where do you
yes.
stay away from the name you don't like?
Stay away. I stay here. I haven't seen him in a while. He doesn't really come around much. I don't think.
I wish
I
I
don't
had
think I've seen-
psychology, because I want to know what the
talking about.
fuck is going on with this guy.
No,
Because something's clearly wrong.
Emily.
But what?
Emily, I can tell you exactly what's wrong
Roll
with
psychology.
this. I can tell you exactly what's wrong.
I don't
with
have
this guy.
psychology. That's the problem.
I have psychology, but I don't even need to roll it, Emily, to tell you exactly what's wrong with this guy. You want to know?
Duncan's fucking around again.
He's an
I feel it in my bones.
He's an NPC shopkeeper. Like that's literally kind of
Yeah,
like
Duncan's
what.
fucking around again.
All
I
right,
rolled a
whatever.
41.
That was a legitimate statement, but fine.
Well, is he being genuinely evasive, or does he like coming across like he's got
Oh.
dementia or something?
Emily, your camera dropped.
Video.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess you can roll.
He's
roll
an
psychology.
essential NPC.
I don't have any psychology this time around.
Yeah, I thought I did,
All right.
but
Nope.
I didn't put any points into it.
There's the 8. There's the 00 right there.
Huzzah!
Oh
huzzah.
wow!
So that would be 8 under 10. So that's actually a successful psychology roll.
All right. All right. Yeah, with those successes, he does not seem like he is being evasive with his comments. He is answering. He is answering to the best of his knowledge.
And he genuinely seems like we're asking him these questions that someone should know, and he's just like not able to formulate a thought. Correct. He's just like in the I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like he's not able to really formulate those ideas or sentences.
What type of
Yes,
bait do you sell?
Oh, great, got plenty of worms here. Flies. Haven't seen flies in a while, but plenty of worms and grubs. He
So
points
do
to
you
like
have,
some of the jars
caterpillars
behind
and
him.
crickets?
Yeah, all sorts of bugs. He motions to the rows of jars behind him. One of them actually breaks, kind of suddenly, without any physical touching or prompting. You see just kind of like a little pile of caterpillars he's motioning to just kind of slug off the counter or off of the shelf.
Oh, sir,
He doesn't really
Horrifying.
seem to pay it much mind.
sir, you're losing some of your merchandise there.
Thank you. Oh, what was your name?
I'm Adam.
I don't think I ever gave you my
Adam.
name, but I'm
Thank you, Adam.
We are not the
You-
citizens you were looking for.
well.
Let's
not-
leave.
I
This guy
wasn't
gives you the
looking for
creeps.
anyone. He starts
you
scooping up his
thought.
bugs.
You've
I
been.
would like to buy some worms, please. The
what?
largest earthworms that you have.
Like actually. What?
He goes to grab one jar of earthworms. The jar implodes, and so he grabs a second jar and puts it on the counter. Okay, that'll be $10.
I reach into my wallet and I pull out $10, and as I'm doing it, I'm like, "Do your jars explode quite often?"
Can't. One did. I don't remember the last time that happened. I'd say that's a product defect.
It's just weird that it happened twice while we were here.
Oh, sorry about that. What was your name again?
Adam.
Adam. Okay. Sorry, Adam, but yeah, you can have a couple, some more bugs on the house. Then he as he was scooping up some bugs, he opens the jar and puts some of those caterpillars in. That tightens it back up.
Well, thank you. Quick question. This is out of character. When Connor disappeared, did the flamingo disappear with him, or did he just disappear?
It was just Dr. Lenny.
Lenny?
Okay, because and I don't know if it's going to be appropriate, but there's a part of me that's like, how messed up is this town? Is this town with time? And I'm like, I debate wanting this guy to touch this flamingo just to see how
He would
jazzed
die.
up this
He would
place
die.
might be.
He would literally die. If
Might die, Drake.
If he
Alright.
touches it, he'd live a life, and there's no way he'd be able to resist it in his current state the way Connor did.
Yeah, Night Vale residents have died who touched it, so I wouldn't trust any other place that has
that's a
a
villainous
historical.
Thing to do. Is Adam
Unless
actually
you
a
want to start
villain?
killing people.
You can if you want.
Drake, but I see that Adam is doing it from. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine.
I'm
Let's.
thinking, I just don't know how. I'm not gonna have him touch it, but I don't know how messed up this place is. I don't know. Does time run correctly? What's on the radio station? I'm comparing this place to Night Vale, going, how similar or different is this from Night Vale?
Time run correctly when it doesn't have legs.
Or an arm.
Well, luckily I'm not Father Time. If I was Father Time, we'd be in a lot worse trouble. I think we should
Papa?
just leave this guy alone for now. He's given
Yeah,
us. He's given.
I think we need to
given,
bounce.
He's given us information, and there's not much more I think we can do with him. So I think I say we leave the store.
I slip my jar of worms into my pocket.
Thank you for your assistance, sir. I hope everything works out for you. I hope.
All right, thank you.
I
You
hope your
too,
brains
you
start
too.
working.
Have a good day.
It seems
Oh,
like
you too. Have a good day.
We leave.
it seems as though there's some sort of like addling going on around here. Like that fella. I hate to kind of break it down here, but he seems like he was repeating himself quite a lot. Almost like he had like pre-programmed statements that he was supposed to be making to us. He'd asked us, "What are you buying? What's your name again?" And then he said, "See you again" twice. It just seems a little odd to me. I'm a little nervous about the state of this town based on what we've heard beforehand.
It seems to me more. He seemed genuine. He did not seem as he was being subversive to me. It seems to me more like a genuine dementia of some kind.
I'd agree with you normally, Lenny, but the way this town is, I don't think it's dementia. I think I think somebody's messing with him. Somebody or something.
Well, of course.
You said
My successful psychology roll would. No, I'm kidding.
You said, Norma. You said that in dang it, no, it wasn't Norma. It was it Night Vale that has always had a mayor, or was it King City that always had a mayor?
King City had a sheet. One of the sheets said that they've always had a mayor. The other one said they haven't had a mayor in so long and that they needed one. So all the information we've heard about King City has been contradictory from those flyers. Like, and then we heard about the fact that they were having issues with time unraveling and like slipping into this.
Well, that Diane said everybody in town is Troy, and we've already met somebody here who's not Troy. So,
but if their reality is unraveling, then so would their minds and their perceptions and their ability to speak.
I almost feel like King City is being turned into another Night Vale. Night Vale's already disconnected, and King City appears to be progressing in the same manner.
Best way to tell if City has mayor or does not is to check City Hall and the mayor's office.
You're right. All right, I'm down to clown.
Which way is it to City Hall?
I pop my head back into the bait shop and I asked the guy, "Can you tell me where City Hall is?"
Oh, City Hall. Yeah, it's at the top of the hill there.
Top
yeah,
of
you
hill.
can go there, help with anything you need. I don't know how much help it is without a mayor there. You really need to get on that. But yeah, it's top of the hill.
Thank you. It is apparently at top of hill.
Wow,
Thanks, Lenny.
That's some of the best, most descriptive directions I've ever heard. I guess
there is only one hill. Hill is over there.
Yeah, I know, but he's not going to tell us the street. He's not going to tell us take 2 blocks. It just seems odd. All right, let's get to the top of that hill.
Well, if there's only one hill, then we would head for the one hill.
Are there street names in this town?
Well, it doesn't really matter what
there are
we're on as long as we're
street names.
zigzagging towards the hill.
No, I was just curious. Yeah. If there weren't street names, then it would just be the one on the hill. So I was just curious. But I start heading up to the hill.
There are street names. You see, you're on Pleasant Street, and that does go pretty much straight. Maybe a couple turns, but that goes pretty much straight up to the top. So you're walking towards City Hall.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. As you all get closer, first you can all make a listen check.
All right.
Or Norma doesn't have to. But...
Wait, I don't have to? Oh,
Norma
they're checking for the mechanical. The buzz.
I hear nothing.
22 under 25.
19 for me, so I'm good.
Okay. So now, BK, Marcus, and Adam, now you two hear this soft mechanical noise. It definitely seems like it is coming from closer to the source of this noise. Norma, as you get closer, it's not necessarily like an electricity, like power generator noise. Uh, it's almost like a printer noise, I guess. Uh, almost just like kind of like scanning back and forth. You hear like kind of that rhythm as you hear.
Yeah,
like,
we hear
paper.
this. We hear this when we're printing addresses on envelopes.
You know
Like
what?
something is scanning or printing.
You know what, Norma? I think I actually hear that sound you've been talking about. I didn't before, but I do now.
You hear it?
Yeah.
Do you hear it? She looks at Titus.
Yes. It's
Do you hear it? She looks at Lenny.
I hear nothing.
I kind of try to mimic it. So I try to go like or whatever to mimic the sound of it.
Don't do that again.
Because I'm not a machine. But I do a really good car alarm impression. Want to hear it?
Oh my god, stop. Zach, continue painting a
I
word
imagine this is
picture.
Adam doing this.
I know.
So we're on our way to City Hall.
You continue walking. Right, you continue walking down Pleasant Street. But the town is anything but pleasant. You see houses in severe disarray, decay. You do not see anyone outside yet, although it looks like there are plenty of residential areas. There are some other towns that are open. If you would like to go in. So this town is not abandoned. But if you keep walking,
It's just there's
I guess
nobody
you
on the
just keep
streets.
walking straight to City Hall.
Unless something specific catches our eye, then I doubt we'd stop.
Spot hidden.
I'm getting
Does that-
spooky.
Does
I'm getting
does
spooked that there's-
anything catch my eye? With a 2, does anything catch my eye?
The two. Okay. I guess you're looking around. You don't see really anything in front of you towards City Hall. You look around behind. It's pretty far off in the distance now. I think you've covered a lot of ground from that like initial telephone pole. But you do see the Crow Hound. It is just kind of resting on top of that pile of detritus near the front.
We ought to be.
Wait, he sees the crow hound?
Dr. Lenny sees the Crow Hound.
Which means
You've already
presumably he has to roll for
He's a crow
initiative or roll for sanity.
You've already told me about the Crow Hound, and I myself am a.
But I told them about the library.
Yeah, but
Gee-
librarians are a little different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
I'm
that's
into
true.
I'm
I
into gene
forgot only Norma
splicing
had seen
for
that
fun.
before.
I'm into gene splicing for fun now.
Yeah,
Sure.
but this is
I'll
still like
still have you roll sanity,
know.
but it will be
reduced
friendlier
effect.
on you as someone who
Like
yeah.
BK and we would suffer more from seeing this thing.
4.
Or all right.
Connor, those dice.
Okay, yeah, with that.
The dice are loaded,
Those dice.
man.
He gave me loaded dice.
I'm liking these dice now. These dice
Yeah, okay,
never
but-
roll well. God dang.
Yeah, you do not take any sanity, but now you do know what Norma saw. You do see something bigger than a crow, smaller than a large dog. I guess you can see its tongue looks bright. You can't see like how like long and thin the tongue is, but you see it's like a bright flick of red, a flick near its beak.
Fascinating. It really does appear to be some sort of bird-dog hybrid with the tongue of an anteater.
As you're saying this, you like suddenly with the start note that Norma's like right next to you, staring at the crow dog too, or staring at you, and you're like, ah! And she goes, "Crow dog," and backs away from you.
Please maintain that distance. Thank you. I note that we are
does
being
Norma
followed by
maintain
the
some
crow
distance?
Does
Norma maintain some distance
meh.
from the
I don't give a rip.
No.
pack?
Don't
No.
give a
No,
rat's ass.
she continues to
Okay.
stalk immediately behind me.
Okay, you're all together walking on. After that, nothing crosses your eye for a little while. You are getting pretty close to the hill at this point. And at this point, this is when you see the first person person who is outside. You see a Troy. He is outside of a bar. It just says bar. He's kind of slouched up against the front of the building. He's kind of eyeing your group over. Not well. You can determine what he's thinking. But he's just kind of leaning there, looking at you all walking by.
Ah,
What's up,
wonderful.
Troy?
Familiar sight, a Troy. Hello, Troy.
Oh, hi. Are you? You're not from King City, right?
No.
No, none of us are from King City.
Okay.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh.
I point my own finger at my face and I go, interloper, interloper, interloper.
Troy
It's
kind
correct,
of laughs
yes?
like, "Oh, okay, you're Night Vale. You're from Night. Okay, yeah, you must have met some of us that moved back to Night Vale. Okay, not sure what you want to do here, but welcome to King City, I guess."
We're looking for your son.
Wow, you really just went out and said
Josh?
it, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to not let him know about
He
it.
just said for Josh.
I know.
He
but
just said for Josh.
I thought we weren't supposed to let Troy know about the fact that he has a son.
Were we?
I thought
That's kind of what the mom said.
the mom said we weren't supposed to tell Troy.
No, but the mom said that she didn't want Troy to be in his life. But we knew that Troy. I thought that Troy knew that they had a kid.
No, he knows about the kid.
If
but...
okay,
No, it's fine. I think it's.
I
it's
don't
already,
remember what she. It's been a
already
long time.
It's happened. It's happened.
Since,
It's happened.
well, okay, but I don't know that I would have said
Yeah, it
that if I
already
knew
happened.
that she explicitly. Okay, whatever. I'm sorry.
Well, you wouldn't.
I did it
well,
bad.
obviously you wouldn't, but yeah, he says for Josh. Is he here?
We don't know.
We don't know.
He came in wrecked Ford hatchback that is down at the end of street.
Yeah. I guess he's here.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. I guess he's
Right?
here. Yeah.
Is he all right?
He might be a ghost
don't
deer
know,
for all we
pardon,
know.
We're looking for him, and we.
That's
we
why
thought,
we're
oh.
looking for him.
Oh God. Oh, okay. Do you want some help looking? I don't. Do you want some help looking for him?
That
well,
might want you involved.
I just didn't know. I just wanted to know if you'd seen him.
No, I don't
Oh.
think any of us have seen him here. We didn't even know he was here. Wow, okay. Some of us,
Well-
we weren't really ready to talk to him. Some of us might need to sober up a bit. But I guess if you find him, great. Let us know.
What, Troy, how many of you are there in King City? Would you say, approximately?
There's a fair few of us. Do you wanna see for yourself?
Well, the thing
He says,
is
like pointing to the
I think
entrance to the bar.
the thing is that
Oh no!
We
is
think we-
bar just bar for Troy's?
This bar has pretty much just become a bar for Troy's. Not people really aren't going outside much.
I
Why
just
is
find it
that?
hard. I just find it
I
hard to
roll
believe
my
that he wouldn't have
eyes
run into you.
so hard they pop out of my socket and just dangle on my optic nerve.
Adam asks
Continuing
why
to
is
roll.
that about whether or not people go outside.
Well, this town's changed a lot. It's a weird place, man.
But why? What happened?
For that, it just got weird. You're from Night Vale. You know how weird things get. You just gotta roll with the punches.
Yes, but there are people outside.
Brands of
Night
weird.
Vale.
So spider librarians have moved in.
No, none of the spider librarians have come here, but it
It's
has
not as
its own-
weird
it has
as
its own
Night Vale.
flavor. I guess it's different. It's not. I guess not the same as Night Vale. There's definitely some weird things going on, but that's kind of normal. I'd say normal is weird, right?
Well,
When did
who's
things start to really change, though?
Oh, for a while I've been here. Well, split up. Well, I guess the Troy that moved here like 15 years ago or so. It's been like about as long as we've been here, give or take. I don't know of anything before that.
Troy, do you
Is
know?
there
I wonder
mayor-
Do you know where that Troy is? The original, the Troy who moved here.
Troy. We don't. I guess we don't really talk about which Troy is from where or which Troy has done what. We don't really keep track of that.
That's fine. That's
when-
fine. That's fine. I'm a
That's
little
hard.
I'm a little confused though, Troy. There's so many of you here. How is it that you have yet to run into Josh? Because he's been here for a little while now. I find it a little strange that with so many of you here, none of them even so much as happened upon your son. Seems a little odd to me.
shapeshifter.
That's what I was thinking.
Even as
He
it
could look
could-
like literally anything, Duncan.
Yeah, but the mom said that like there's still ways to recognize him, and I assume I'm just
Okay. Do you want to roll? Would that be psychology to see if he's lying?
Or would that be
I,
insight?
it's not that I think it's lying. I'm just asking him if
There
he thinks
is
it's
no
weird.
insight.
I'm asking
Thinking
if
D&D,
I'm
sorry.
asking him if he thinks it's weird that he didn't run into his son with any of the Troys.
Oh, if you're asking him,
Mm.
yeah, I suppose. Yeah, no one else really like people don't really walk around the streets so much. Seen anyone? I've seen that man in the tan jacket. You might have seen him in Night Vale too. Like
Yeah.
he, sometimes like hard to remember. Sometimes he's around, but haven't really. I don't think I've seen another human walking around. If you're asking if
Well-
like I saw a bird and thought, oh, that might be him, then I wouldn't know.
Well, let's talk about the man in the tan jacket.
Yeah, we're
Is
also
he's
looking for
in
him.
Night Vale,
I
and
see
he,
you're holding the King
Adam
City.
flaunts his
I see
note.
Adam's waving
Why
the King
does he-
City note. He says,
why
"Oh,
does he give note to come to King City?
Oh, one of us has a note like that. Is it like you try to get rid of it and you can't? It just like reappears.
I hand it to him and I go, try to get rid of it.
Okay, he takes it and then it like appears back in your hand. Okay, we've got notes like that. Doesn't say King City on it. Yeah, I can try to get that Troy for you. Troy, he goes like back inside. He like Troy. No, that Troy.
No, Troy,
No,
Troy,
Troy.
Troy. Looking for Troy, not Troy, but Troy.
And then another Troy comes out. He looks almost identical to the Troy you were talking to. Maybe this one has like a scar you can notice on his cheek, something like that. He kind of staggers out. He seems a little bit more tipsy than the other one. And then you see a note in his. This note just says "leave." Oh, hi. What can I? Hi, Troy. What can I do? Here's the note you wanted to see.
Yes, I've got a note that says King City.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got this from some man in a tan jacket. I don't really know what he said.
When did you get
yeah,
it?
it says leave.
When did you get the
Oh,
note?
when did I? A few weeks ago.
So it's been for a while then, huh?
I've got a suspicion about you. All of you.
And you
Why
got this
haven't-
here in King City is where you got this note from Man in Tan Jacket?
Yeah, I mean, I've lived here. When did I split off? Probably split off like 5-10 years ago. Yeah, but I just got this note a few weeks ago.
And you've never been to Night Vale.
Hey, no, I split off. Yeah, I split off while we were here. I haven't been to Night Vale myself. I have some. I
Good.
still have like some the original Troy's memories. So I know about the town, but I haven't been there
Oh.
myself.
Original Troy Connor is from Night Vale, and then he moved to King City and split off.
And then went back to Night Vale.
So yeah, some of them.
Yeah,
went
parts
back,
of him
yeah.
went back to Night Vale.
Well, Troy, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm wondering about, Troy, is don't you think that maybe that note could have been from the people of the town asking you to leave King City and go back to Night Vale?
I mean, I got this from that man. I don't know if he really speaks to anyone else, or if anyone else. I mean, how could anyone else even know, like, communicate to him what to say?
Have you tried to leave?
Some of us have. Yeah, some of us stayed here. Some of us went back.
Man in tan jacket is becoming more and more interesting. He tells people in Night Vale to come here, and he tells people here to leave.
You know
Go
what I,
where?
you know
Just
what I,
leave?
Lenny,
Doesn't give them destination.
Lenny, you know what I think? I think this man in the tan jacket could very well be the mayor of King City. Remember, they're saying that they haven't had a mayor for so long, but some people say that they do. Perhaps that's because the man in the tan jacket gets forgotten by everybody he ever meets. Can't remember the details of their conversation or anything like that. And I think, as mayor of this town, he's telling you, Troy, to leave. And he's brought us here to try to get you to leave.
He brought you here to for us? I guess that's a. Is there a bluff? Or is there a lot something
Fast
for
talk,
lying?
fast talk.
Fast talk or charm? Fast talk? Yeah, you can roll fast talk or a charm if you're trying to persuade him.
He's
like
not-
the man in the tan jacket
Oh, persuade.
brought you
Okay.
here, or persuade.
Oh.
I mean, he did though. Like, this isn't
Yeah.
a lie. This
No,
is
that's-
conjecture. It's
That
not
is-
a lie, though.
That is my conjecture about what
You
happened.
didn't.
That
Okay,
is
that's what you believe happened. Okay.
That's what I believe happened right now.
Okay. I thought you were like trying to.
No.
Okay.
I was saying it more to the
Okay.
party than to Troy. I was just sort of using the Troys that were here as like set pieces in my theory.
Agree too, but I wasn't going to
Okay.
talk about it while we're in front of them.
Yeah.
Did-
Oh yeah.
Did the Troys that leave also? Did they have these slips on them, or did they just choose to
Troys-
leave? And why did they leave?
Well, I mean, I mean, if you know about Josh, you know we have some personal stuff in Night Vale that we wanted to sort out. We didn't like the note. The note was scary. The note was scary. But it was kind of an internal decision. For some of us to go back and try to make amends. I guess that was the more sober one saying that. The more tipsy one says, "Well, yeah, 'cause we just mess shit up wherever we go. Like, we're here, like, messed up Diane and Night Vale, messed stuff up here. Like, there's no real place for us to go."
And this is me just comparing Night Vale Troys to King City Troys. What do all of you do here? Do you just spend your entire day at the bar, or do you do things?
They look very guilty. There's not really much to do here. We spend most of our time here, walking around, running errands. No one really wants us to run or needs us to run errands for them anymore.
So you don't
Yeah.
work at like a store or a restaurant or anything?
Well, we do work here. And some other stores around
At the
town
bar.
do. There's a
I
bartender
think we
Troy.
need to go to. I think we need to go to the town hall.
I think we need to go to City Hall as well. I agree.
We can talk more about this
I
later.
agree.
Troy's, thank you.
You've been very
Have a
helpful.
nice night. Enjoy your drinks.
Thanks.
As we like get. Yep. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I guess as you're going, I'm surprised Josh wants to talk to us, but I guess if he wants to talk to us, then we're here. We'll try to sober up, but we're here.
You're also in Night Vale, and those Troys appear to have their act together.
That's what I was.
And I start walking away.
I was gonna go like,
Ouch.
I would rather have Josh meet the Troys in Night
Wow.
Vale. Because you know what? They made the decision to come back, and they want to heal and move forward with their lives.
You guys are just not holding back.
Yeah, I walk away from those dudes.
Poor fucking
As
Troy.
we leave the other Troys in the dust with my harsh super USPS sting, I lean over, like I kind of under my breath to the rest of the group say, I think I kind of agree with BK. I bet that whatever happened here happened because of Troy coming here. Some sort of disruption from Night Vale is leaking into this city, and we need to figure out what's going on. But I don't think the Troys themselves will actually know because they're causing it. It's normal to them. It's not going to be normal to everyone else.
The thing is that I think the man who's going to have the most answers for us is the man in the tan jacket. I no longer see him as this malevolent force like I had before. Problem is whatever conversation we have with him, we're not going to remember.
I mean, I can attempt to write down everything we say. I just, I might have a problem with that.
Well, it might be an issue of watching.
Flamingo.
We might not. Oh, that's true.
Make him hold the flamingo. Yes, that's a great idea.
I will wear gloves and I will brawl fight him with the flamingo.
No, don't touch him. We don't have to touch him with the flamingo. We can stand with the flamingo by him, and that might actually help.
All right, let's continue on our way up this hill to the King City Hall.
Ba ba ba.
Okay.
Ba ba
And we do
ba.
a touch.
Ba ba ba. Ba ba beep. Beep beep beep. That's all.
By this point, and probably even a little before, Dr. Letty, you have started to hear the mechanical noise they were talking about. It gets pretty loud as you walk up the hill and approach City Hall. It is a pretty large building. If you open the door, you do see, I guess you see several things, including the cause of this noise. You see pretty much a gigantic printer copier, like industrial size printer, printing out many glossy photos of the man in the tan jacket. Norma, you recognize this. One of these is a piece of what you saw fall out of one of your envelopes. You saw a note that you couldn't read, as well as one of these photos. But pretty soon, you do actually start to recognize what the man in the tan jacket looks like. As you enter, you see a large portrait of this man wearing a tan jacket, holding a deerskin suitcase. But gazing at this portrait, you can actually remember what he looks like. Pretty anticlimactic, nondescript. He has some short gray hair. In the portrait, he looks pretty youthful, like late 20s, early
Duncan,
30s.
I think you're right.
But he has kind of an energetic glow to him. But kind of a stark contrast to the rest of the scene, as you see just all of these photos scattered across the floor. It's a mess. There are some flies buzzing around. There is a woman at the reception desk, silently sobbing. She's wearing a blue dress. Just kind of sitting there sobbing to herself, but you can't really hear her over the loud noise of this printer.
Can I unplug the printer?
Sure. You go over. You go over. You see it is plugged in, or you do see like a power button to it. You don't need to make a mechanical roll check. You can turn it off, and it stops making that noise. And I'm just pulling up map of.
And I'm just
City Hall.
pulling up the
Pulling it
encounter
up
table
here.
for.
Unplug the copier, and that's what causes the mean spirits to be released. So let's see here.
Everyone
Congratulations,
take
guys.
The
D100
lizard people
sanity.
attack. Let's see. Unplugging the
Okay,
copier it starts the scenario. The lizard people attack. So everyone roll for initiative.
Norma is
I just sent the
extremely
map-
like.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
oh no, I was just going to say I sent the map in the group chat, Facebook, so you can look at that or put it on if you want. You don't
Yeah.
roll sanity; you actually regain sanity as
Oh,
you see the man, as you remember what the man in the tan jacket looks like. So you can actually, what is it? I think it's D4. So those of you that lost sanity, I guess Norma hadn't technically, but we could say you could.
I lost one.
regain 3 sanity. You did for seeing the man. Okay. So you all actually regain 3 sanity
Awesome.
as you remember what the man looks like.
Oh, from the man in the tan jacket. No, I didn't. I
Yeah,
lost. I
okay.
thought it was just general sanity.
Oh, I didn't lose any.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I don't think any of us lost.
Such clarity, I feel.
I don't think any of us lost sanity from the man in the tan jacket.
Drake
actually.
did. Adam did.
Oh, Adam
But I
did.
thought it
Okay.
was more the paper.
I think you all took 1. Yeah, not the paper.
Adam
I think
did.
you all took 1 from the man himself, and then Adam took an additional sanity loss from the note. Yeah, you regain 3 sanity as you remember what he looks like. You unplug this giant copier. The woman at the desk just kind of looks over, not really sure why you did that. Doesn't really seem to notice too much. And I guess a few moments later, after you unplug it, you see coming from the left-hand side, you see the man in the tan jacket holding a deerskin suitcase as well as a book in his other hand, and he resembles the portrait. You are able to see him and know what he looks like. You do notice the man definitely looks older than he does in the portrait. Whereas in the portrait, his eyes were pretty energetic. You see his eyes are sunken and he looks very tired, pretty large bags under his eyes. And he looks at you.
Is-
Oh, you. Hello.
You.
You.
You have been the cause of all of this. And I don't know why we know what you look like now, but now that we know what you look like, we are gonna give you a living hell for making us chase after a boy, making me leave my hometown, making me see physical, real popcorn kernels that I can touch and look at with my eyes. And we're looking
So-
after a boy in the city. She's just like overcome by this like person who has just been an enigma to the entirety of Night Vale. For such a long period of time. And she's just very overwhelmed by everything that's happening. And this is more interaction with other human beings than Norma Foxglove has ever done in her entire life.
I'm pulling out a journal to like document our conversation, to just in case we forget it. I want to make sure that we don't forget it.
Allow us to.
Okay, make a power roll.
I know.
So the man, as you pull that out, the man says in response to Norma, so you're pretty attached to your hometown, I would say, right? I'm guessing you're all from Night Vale.
Actually, no.
There-
Only,
I am.
only she is.
3 of us are outsiders
Okay.
that you kind of dragged into your mess.
Interlopers!
So, Norma,
Right.
be
I
quiet.
did not. I'm sorry for dragging you into this mess. I did not mean to drag other people into it. And I understand you, Norma, pretty attached to your hometown. I am too. I am trying to fix the mess that is here. That is not my fault. I am trying to solve it. But I am sorry that I dragged you into this. I did not mean to. Looks at the notes. He looks at Adam writing down. Oh, Adam, did you make that a power roll
I did. I got an
for
11.
writing?
I got an
Okay,
11 under
so you're writing
65.
down successfully. Okay.
Yep.
He notices. Oh, sorry. I see what you mean. Okay. He walks over to you, Adam, and he takes the note out of your hand and
Yes.
throws it on the ground. You would regain 4 sanity. So all of the sanity you lost from that note, whatever that was, I think it was 3 or something. You regain that back as the note is finally gone. I says, "Oh, sorry, I forgot about that note. Okay, I can." Okay, he like holds he has a book in his other hand. He kind of looks at it for a moment, mutters something under his breath, and then exhales and turns back to you. I'm sorry for bringing you here, but you can go now and leave me to try to fix this town.
Did you also release Jackie from her note?
You actually, right after you say that, you get a call on your phone, and you can see if you added Jackie to your caller ID, you see it is Jackie calling.
Oh, cool. I don't answer it right now, but I just actually no, I answer
Okay.
and I go like, the paper's gone, right?
Yeah, yeah. How did that happen? That happened to you too?
Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, man. Wow. Okay. Yeah, thank you. This is the best news I heard all day. And you can,
Awesome.
the man is kind of annoyed. Here he just says stuff like, "Haven't got to talk to anyone in a decade, and by the time I can talk to people, they're on their phones."
Listen,
I
hey,
finally found
listen, sir, don't.
We are here not just because of this note, but because there's a boy here who we need to find and bring back home. And if the issue here might be related to whatever is keeping him stuck here, but all of his dads, then we're here to help, okay?
Perhaps, Mr. Mayor, the better question to ask of you is, what do you think is going on? Is root cause of all of this, of why no one in town seems to remember you exist?
The root cause? Well, sounds like Norma hit the nail on the head there. It is Troy. It is all of the Troys. They moved here a long time ago. And when they moved here, it was just one. And he was actually nice. He was competent. He liked helping people. Had car troubles, he would try to help them out. Someone would go to him with a heartbreak, he would say, "Oh, I know about heartbreak," and share a beer with them. And then he started to multiply. More and more of him appeared, and the town started to decay. And you're right, no one could remember me at that point. No one could even remember that they had a mayor in this town. My wife, my daughter, they don't remember me either. No one remembers me, and eventually, they couldn't remember anything because of Troy, and I couldn't even talk to them to leave. But
Wait, so
I,
the town members are just forgetting their lives. They're forgetting everything.
yeah, that seems to be the case. It seems like everyone lost memory of everything altogether. It seems like I was
That
really the only one to hold on because I
Why
knew
do you
I
think
had
that Troy's to
fix.
blame?
Because this was a normal town. This wasn't Night Vale. This, you interlopers, you know what a normal town that isn't Night Vale is when there aren't creatures lurking in your local library. It was a town like that, with small abnormalities. And as soon as Troy moved here, and then there were more of Troy's, that's when it all went south.
Well, there is a weird animal that we saw. Well, not that I saw, but that Norma and
Yeah,
Lenny saw.
I'm at this point. I'm pretty sure that's Josh. I think we need to hunt that dog crow down. Pretty sure that's Josh.
The
I think I
crow
could-
dog?
I'm 99% sure. Listen, Mr. Mayor, and I sort of like I kind of like push in front of all. I push everybody aside. I've been like I've been like
With
holding
which
some
arm?
with the one arm I have left. I've been like kind of holding. It's like you can tell BK is like a little frustrated, and he kind of walks straight up to him, and I kind of like not like super aggressively, but I put my one hand on like the man in the tan jacket shoulder, and I say, "Mr. Mayor, listen, I get it. I get what you're saying. Your town, it's been ruined. Your laugh, it's been ruined. But you know what else you've ruined? If not for that stupid note and getting us all tied up into your business, I'd still have two arms. I'd still have two arms. It's because of your actions that my arm is missing. That we've all gone through hell just to get here to talk to you. And to be completely honest, I don't even know if we're going to remember this conversation when we walk back out that door. And that frustrates me. That pisses me off. And you're going to sit here and go, well, I
You'll
had to
probably
do
remember for
something.
You'll probably remember for about a day or so.
Well,
I am sorry I said I was sorry that I dragged you into this mess. All I did was leave a note to look for someone, and I did not mean to bring all of you here, and you can go and be on your merry way.
Oh, thank you. Your
No, we
apology
can't.
for my arm means so much. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
We
Dick.
cannot leave and be on our merry way because Troy Walsh's son, Josh, has come to King City to find his dad. There is a child here.
If
It's
I
not
may.
just Troy anymore. We have to find Josh and we have to save
Dr.
him.
Dr. Lenny, what's
Oh, if I may, Mr. Mayor, two questions, or question and statement. How do you go so freely between here and Night Vale when we cannot leave Night Vale without magical pink flamingo?
Oh, it took me a long time. Uh, it was about a year ago or so when some of the Troys moved back. I overheard them saying that. It seemed like the root of all this trouble. Uh, it took me, well, it was more than a year, it must have been. I've been trying to drive there for so long and looping around and around and around the southwestern countryside. It took probably months, but eventually I was able to find it. I don't even really know how, but that was all I needed to do, and I found my way there.
Just at the point where you
I'm
gave
sorry,
up, where you were not looking for it anymore, it appeared.
give up? Oh no, I kept looking for it. I looked for it with every ounce of my body, and eventually I found it. I'm sorry that's not really a constructive answer for you, but
Mr. Mayor,
Well,
we can.
I
we know
probably had
power
more
of.
reason to find Night Vale than anyone.
Mr. Mayor, Norma,
Okay.
we can kill two birds with one stone here.
If I may, I have a theory. If Troy is unaware that his son is here, but his son has come to seek Troy, so if we put Troy into the bar with if we put the son into the bar with the Troys and we make them reconcile differences, perhaps Troy's will follow son back to Night.
And we can fix your city.
Oh,
Killing two birds with one stone right there.
Great.
Norma, it's exactly what you want to do. Get Josh out of King City and back in Nightville with his mother where he belongs, and maybe we can get Troy to actually be responsible for once.
But
okay. If you want to try that, if you think that will help this town, then you would have my sincerest thanks.
don't we have to make sure that we get every single Troy though? I mean,
Indeed.
from
Right,
what
they all have to go.
It
but
would
even
be
if one,
collective.
even if one Troy stayed, they would split. They're like rabbits.
Well, yeah, but we could. We'd be.
Yes,
we could
rabbits
that.
do
They would
split
all
in
have
half.
to go.
Yeah, rabbits.
do
Rabbits
split
do.
in half into multiple
Yeah.
pieces if left alone. It's a dangerous Night Vale problem that we are all too familiar with.
Psychological leverage,
seen it.
I believe, is the key. As we all know, the Troys are alcoholics who are unable to come to terms with their role in their not raising their son and all of their various inadequacies and whatnot. So we use the son as the leverage and we make them all leave and go back.
But what's to keep? Never mind.
This, I believe, is incentive enough.
I think what we're trying to get at here, Adam, is that if we can convince one Troy to be a better father, the other Troys who are all being bad fathers will want to follow suit. They are all the same person after all. A bunch of them all decided to be responsible. It's possible we can convince the rest of them to also be responsible.
Yes, my fear is that with the Troys continuously splitting and Troy's being able to leave Night Vale, that this problem with King City will just repeat itself in a different town, in a different place.
Well, we don't know how they first got here in the first place. They may not be able to leave Night Vale once we go back.
Only one Troy left Night Vale and came to King City. We don't know if that could ever happen for Troy again. This is our best option. And sitting around here stirring the pot, thinking about what ifs, is just going to get us losing another one of my arms, which, by the way, Mr. Mayor, I still haven't forgiven you for. Your apology is fucking worthless to me.
Duly noted.
Now, if you'll excuse us, we have to find a dear child.
Or bird
Sure,
dog
and if
child.
you manage to get those Troys to leave, you will do
Wait.
more. That will mean more to me than you would ever know.
Point of order. Are you familiar with half birds, half dogs being frequent in this area?
Birds? I have seen one or two here before. Ever since the Troys moved here, it's not just memories that have gone awry. This town has become more like Night Vale. There are some creatures, but
I don't
not,
think
not
that it's
nearly at the
Josh.
scale of your local library.
Okay, well, we gotta go look for a kid now.
Well, that might.
The reason
be, but
the reason I think it's Josh is because Zach pointed it out to us twice. It's a very.
And it has been following.
It's. I mean, it's a
use that meta knowledge.
it's a meta reason, but
Following
like
it was sitting in the same spot.
But like as a keeper, I was like I assume like we might run into it again. I might be wrong, but that's just we have nothing else to go off of, so I'd like to examine that first.
If you want to lose another arm trying to pet
Fine,
this raven,
I will
Yeah,
fucking
I'd like
lose
to
another
not-
arm. All
We've
right.
got a kid to find. USPS brass knuckles glow, and I walk out of the. I walk out. I'm here.
I like as I walk out, I do the Cora like
Wish you
eye
luck.
thing.
Oh,
I
wait.
go.
What's your name?
Oh, my name. I'm Evan. Evan McIntyre. It's been a long time since I've gotten to say that.
Evan McIntyre.
Well, Lottie
Sounds
write
like
that
fucking
down.
da.
dick. And then I turn around. Bye, Evan.
Lottie fucking da.
The tail.
Hi, Norma.
Sorry, I'm a very big fan of the sudden appearance of this tabby tail. Okay.
The
How
internet
are we
likes
going
your
to find
tail.
Josh?
I think
How are we
I-
gonna get all the Troys?
I think we got two options here. I think that first off, I'm still convinced that Crow Dog is actually Josh because he's a shapeshifter, and even if it isn't Josh, I mean, I don't think there's any harm in searching that out. Secondly, if we go to that bar of Troy's and we give him a good old whooping and a good old talking to like my mama used to give me, I'm sure we can whip him into shape and start getting the Troys on board to search for Josh together. That is my
Or at the very least, yes, we can get them to help us make the search.
exactly.
We could also call Diane and ask her for maybe some advice.
Yeah, Diane, can you please yell at your husband for us and tell him to stop being a whiny little?
Oh my god.
Well, I'm just going like how like what's a good way of like getting your son to like those types of things, and then how to make your ex-boyfriend / husband really guilty.
Yeah. Listen, Troy. I got this great Alcoholics Anonymous group back in Night Vale. You'll be the only member, but it'll be perfect for you.
Because there'll be hundreds.
All right. I think we should
There
go back
are
to the.
dozens of us.
I think we should go back to the. I
Dozens!
think we should go back to the bar first. That's my suggestion. I don't know if you guys have any other suggestions.
I think it's.
I
I
don't
think
know.
it
I
would
think the
be
bar
right
is-
to- Either we must find Troy on our own, or we must attempt. Or either we must find the child on our own as the shapeshifter, or we must try to enlist Troy's help. But either way, we must find the child in order to make them speak to Troy.
I'm just not old enough to drink, so I don't know if I'll be let into.
I highly doubt anybody in
They'll
this
let
town
you into the
actually
bar. They
cares.
just won't serve you alcohol.
All right, I think
Plus,
we're, I think
Troy
we're,
is a friend. We know Troy.
in our first action, I guess, will be going back to the bar, and if anybody else has any ideas on what we can do to look for Josh, apart from talking to the Troys, by all means, speak up. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'm gonna call Diane.
All right.
Good idea.
All right, you call Diane, and okay, you hear pick
Princess
up. And
Di?
oh, sorry, Jackie. Sorry, Jackie. Yes, hi, Adam. Yes. How are things? How are things?
So we made it to King City. And we're just having a hard time identifying Josh.
Oh.
We're just curious on if you have any good ways of bringing him out or identifying him in his many forms.
Bring him up.
Okay.
Bring him up.
Well, it's sort of a thing I just intuit. I'm always able to recognize that it's him, but I don't know if there's a surefire way
Does he have
for other people.
Does he have like a favorite meal or something that always brings him to you? Something that'll draw him near?
He's not a dog, unless he
What
is.
on that kind of theory is that?
Well, not. I mean, burgers. He
Will
likes burgers, that's just
pepperoni
like-
bring him out? How about snacks? Pepperoni?
Snacks.
Hey, I'm thinking about like a kid that's locked in that's like locked themselves in the room, and you bake some cookies, and that makes the kid slowly creep out of the room to get some cookies.
Not gonna work for a teen, you dunce.
Who's gonna fall for that?
All right, you know what? It's not like he's. I don't think this kid is like malevolently running away. He's just. He accidentally escaped.
He's trying to find his dad.
He accidentally
That's
escaped from Night
malevolently
Vale.
running away.
Tell Diane about the car and tell Diane about the dads.
I tell her about the car and the dads.
What about the?
That we found
Okay.
the car. It had a flamingo smashed into it, and we found a lot of Troys.
Okay, right. I figured there'd be more here. But right. I mean, Josh. I assumed he went to King City, or I assume right. He's at he has the car, so he's there. I assumed to look for his father. I don't know why
Tell
else
her
he would be here.
Get the Troys to leave.
We also need
She's
to
like
get the
jumping up
Troys
and
to
down
leave.
trying to.
We also need to get the Troys to leave. Hey, Norma, do you want to talk to Diane for a second?
The Troys are screwing everything up here. Apparently, this used to be a normal town before the Troys came from Night Vale, and now it's becoming more and more like Night Vale. And if they don't leave, this town is going to fall into even more disarray, and they need to get out of here, and you're the only one who can talk sense into them.
God damn it, Troy! I
Exactly.
don't think they're going to listen to me. You know, like a kind
Would
of
they
guy like
listen to
Troy.
Josh?
You know what he does?
What?
Huh. I mean, well, for me, I can tell you, I can probably guess pretty well what he'd do with me. I would say, hey, get off your ass and leave. They would say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. They would cry, be apologetic, and then they just go back to the normal behavior. I think you probably know guys like Troy. That's just who he is. Promises to make a lot of changes, and then he doesn't go through. He's never talked to Josh. I don't want Josh talking to him, but Josh wants to talk to him. So I should let Josh do what he needs to do. And the Troys might be more receptive to him.
You've actually got some nice Troys in Night Vale. Like, much better than these Troys.
Why are... I mean, I haven't met those Troys. I wouldn't call the ones here nice necessarily.
They're working.
Not that I've talked to them.
They have a job. They're trying.
Oh, they have jobs. Good for them. Okay. I don't. Sorry, I don't want to bring all my baggage onto you. These Troys aren't working. Okay. I haven't talked to Troy in 15 years or so. I don't know what he's like now, so he might be different. It sounds like these Troys are worse. I don't know. He could have cleaned himself up, or the ones here could have cleaned themselves up. I don't know. But I don't really owe it to him to talk to him. If you think it'll help, then fine, I'll talk to him.
Diane.
You need me to, if you want to Zoom, if you want to FaceTime me for me to look at any possible Joshes, I could help you out.
I think it would be better to get Josh and make Josh speak to the Troys. Reconciliation. It's just my opinion.
I don't know, man. This whole thing is very
Diane, this is Mr. Kennedy. I was hoping to make an
No,
appointment.
stop.
I've been told to call you.
All right.
I don't know why, and I don't remember why.
All right, let's go, guys. Let's talk to the
Thank you
Troys.
for the call, Diane.
Let's talk to the Troys.
We'll figure something out.
Of course, call me if you...
Let's go talk to the Troys and get them to help us in the search for Josh.
We descend back
You go
down the
to
hill.
the bar?
We descend back to the bar like four angry, very angry people.
Is the bird dog anywhere around here? Do we see the bird dog?
Make a spot hidden.
Oh no, that's a D. That is a D8.
I I'm also gonna be looking for the
26
dog.
under 65.
I got
That's a hard success.
I got an 87 over 25.
23 under 25. So I succeed just
Okay.
barely.
Right, succeed just barely.
Hey, Em,
You do see him
Yep.
just
Did you roll-
barely.
did you roll a spot hidden?
No.
Oh, yes, you look.
Oh, Ian's leaving.
Norma doesn't want to see it.
Oh, bye, Ian.
I got a 56 under 65.
What was that? And Zach, what did you
So
say?
your two successes, you do see that crowhound succeeds.
No,
I think
no,
that's how you pronounce it. Succeeds.
no. I'm talking. It's funny.
Succeedsies.
It's funny how you're phrasing it a little different this time. The first time I heard you say, "Oh yeah, you succeed." You do see him over on a rooftop over there, but now you've changed it to, "Oh yeah, you see the crow, whatever that crow dog bird thing is."
The crowhound.
Not
Yeah.
him, not him. The
Okay.
crow hound.
Not him. It.
It's
It.
okay,
yes.
it.
If
Yeah.
you see him, I mean it.
Yeah, of course.
You do see it far. Of course.
I
You do see it far in the distance on the periphery by where you came from. If you do not see that telephone from where you are, you don't see like that telephone pole pile that's too far out of sight.
gotcha.
But you do see that crow hound. Oh yeah. Do you go to the bar?
Yeah.
I start walking towards the crowhound, then I start calling out the name Josh.
I think the three of us will go into the bar while Lenny goes over and talks to the crowhound.
Oh God.
I don't know which
Sure.
one you want to do
Silent
first, Zach.
Okay. Who should start? Okay.
I'm gonna
let's
walk
see.
with Lenny so that he's not
start with-
alone.
Oh, okay. Well, then Adam and I go into the bar.
Okay.
You come back and Lenny's missing
Alright,
both
sure.
of his arms and both of his legs, but is still alive.
Oh God.
All right. So I'll start with Dr. Lenny and Norma. You start walking towards the crowhound. And after you start calling Josh, the creature looks at you. It doesn't like look up like, oh, that's my name, but just you're the ones making noise. As you start getting a little farther in, you start experiencing a weird sensation that Dr. Lenny is more familiar with than Norma. The two of you start seeing another choice. You see yourselves walking, sticking together with Adam and BK Marcus as you go inside the bar. Almost just like in the back of your head, you see like what happened if you went with them. And then you see different combinations. If three of you went to this creature and one went in the bar, you see what if Adam didn't see the hoof prints? Where did you walk when you first got into town? And you start seeing these different realities creeping just in the back of your mind. Dr. Lenny, you are familiar with this because you've got all of that at once with the flamingo. But Norma, this is all new for you. Norma, eventually, you see Norma. You see what happens if you did not bring these outsiders to the library. You see what happened if BK Marcus never lost his arm and never met a librarian. Dr. Lenny doesn't have any broken ribs. And Norma, roll sanity.
God. Fucking damn. Oh,
See what your
Oh,
actions
no.
have wrought. When
I'm
will
not sure if this is the case,
when
or
when
if this
will
is walking away from me, who's carrying the flamingo.
when will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
79.
Oh no!
I did
no,
it
no.
bad.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no!
She literally just the whole time has been going ah,
Yeah.
like that scream I did earlier. Just been a constant, like a faucet,
Yeah.
a faucet of sound, faucet of cacophony.
Norma, you take 3 sanity damage. You take 3 sanity damage. 3 sanity as you start seeing these other things in the back of your mind. You're still able to function, but it is very, very distracting. especially the one where you didn't end up getting your friends mutilated. You know, just that one. But yes, you two walk closer to this creature. Are you still calling Josh?
Yes.
Okay. You start calling.
Wait, you said we
start
saw what
calling-
happened? Do we see what happened though? Is it bad? Is it okay?
What? What do you
But
mean?
You don't see the future. You just saw the past different choices you could have made.
Oh.
Like you saw that if you hadn't told
Never mind.
us about the library, I wouldn't have lost my arm. So you're like, it's like that guilt.
I know. That's yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay. You start going closer. It notices you, and it's just kind of It's just kind of looking at you. Kind of flicks its tongue out a couple of times.
I know it's you, Josh. Come down here and turn back into human.
I don't.
As you raise your
think
voice,
that's
its
Josh.
neck kind of extends out, looking at the two of you, sort of reaching
Nope.
out. How close are you to? How close do you think you were to it when you said that?
Fucking damn it, Connor.
God. I mean, it's up on a telephone pole. I'm yelling to it. I don't know, 30 feet away.
Oh no, it's off of the I said it's off of like that pile, and besides that would have been
It's
like
on
a pole
it's
on the
on a
ground.
deer carcass on the ground.
No, that was all the way off in the
It's
desert.
not
It's
Josh.
the street. Yeah, it's in the street now. It's in the street now.
I'm yelling at it from like 30 feet away. I'm not
Okay.
like 5 feet away from it.
Okay, but at this point, when you start raising your voice, it starts moving towards you. It starts moving more quickly towards you.
Okay,
Go to the bar. To the bar. To the bar.
but it's quiet. I rolled biology roll here,
Okay.
which is a 3. So extreme success. Is this very clearly like hunting, attack, animal behavior?
Yes, this is hunting behavior. It is hungry. It can eat you.
To the bar.
Kind of behavior.
To the bar. To the bar.
All right.
Now let's see if you
So
guys
you're-
are fast enough to outrun it.
Yeah. What is
Sorry,
it?
looking at you,
Yeah,
Lenny.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, Norma.
Yeah, it's on the hunt now, bitch.
Okay, so I guess we are at initiative now. So Norma goes first, unless Dr. Lenny's using a gun.
I don't know if I. Well, no, I know that it's. I know that it's I know that it's going to try to kill me. So yes, I'm using a gun.
Okay. All right.
I-
So roll to attack.
Close enough to punch it.
I take a shot at it.
All right.
19 under 50. Hard
Nice.
success.
All right. Hard success. And it rolled a 97 on its dodge. So yeah, roll damage.
7.
You guys hear a gunshot from the bar.
Yeah.
Seems fine
Yeah,
to-
you hear. I guess you walked a bit of ways away, but you probably do hear a gunshot. I don't want to leave the action like this, but we could cut back. Yeah, you shoot it for 7 damage. You get a pretty chunk out of its wing leg, and it takes a step back and just tries to keep moving towards you. If we wanted to cut back now, since there is a gunshot here, to leave the action in suspense, let's cut back over to Adam and BK Marcus in the bar. So you go to the bar. You see all of the Troys. You open the door, and it is dozens upon dozens of Troys in that bar. It is only filled with Troys until you two walk in. They are all talking to each other, pretty like hushed energy to the conversation, and then you two walk in. You see the Troy, the first one that you talk to, say, "Oh yeah, these are two of them." They all kind of look at all these seas of identical blue eyes, look at you like, "Oh, did you find Josh? Is he here?"
I step up. I step up onto a stool and I say, Adam. I say, Adam. Let's jump in whenever you feel necessary. Hear me, Troys. And I wave my one arm out in front of me and I say, somewhere in
God
this
damn it.
this town of King City is your son. Your son's lost. He's confused. He's looking for his father. I understand that you have not been able to have much contact with him. Believe me, my father abandoned me when I was a son. When I was a son, what?
When I was a son.
Believe me, my father.
When I were a lad.
My father abandoned me when I was just a wee pup. I understand that there's the struggles of being a father and the struggles of being a son. He needs you now, somewhere in this city, lost, confused, shape-shifting willy-nilly, trying to discover something about himself and about the people he cares most about. I call on you now, Troys, to sober up, to put your best foot forward, and to help me and my friends find your son so that he can live a normal life as a teenager in a strange world.
All right. Roll a either persuade or a charm. Some soft skill roll.
I'm gonna go with fast talk because that's the only one I have points in.
Sure.
Because my father didn't
What is
abandon
fast
my father didn't abandon me as a kid, so that's just bullshit.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're
so,
lying.
so
Yeah,
you are,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you are lying.
I am
Okay.
lying, yeah. So I just got a 23, which is one above a hard success, so it's just a normal.
Okay. Okay, yeah, the Troys all break out into a chatter. There's like a couple that are just like sobbing. Some like immediately are like, "Yeah, let's find him," and some, I guess most are still unsure of their role in all of this.
It's like
So
that's
you see some of the Troys start to go to you and say, "Okay, yeah, we'll go. Okay, yeah, we haven't seen him, so we'll keep help you out. Do you know where do we start looking?"
the last place that he was seen was at the fish and bait shop. We tracked his footprints there, but unfortunately we lost him after that. The mayor was no help, and unfortunately none of you have been able to see him. So we're looking for strange people or creatures, essentially.
Oh, okay.
That have shown up
Okay, yeah, they
in the last few days. Right, that's how long Josh
Yeah.
has been here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sure. I mean, between all of us, we know pretty much everyone in town. We've helped everyone out at some point. So as far as humans go, we'd probably know if there's someone new here. And there are some weird creatures here, but we can, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, one Troy kind of takes the one you talked to before, kind of takes charge. Yeah, if anyone sees anyone you haven't seen or anything you haven't seen in town before,
It's the one.
that's probably him.
It's the one true Troy. I give
One true Troy.
I give
And
the
then-
I give the leader Troy my phone number and I say, if you make any contact with an individual you think, call one of us. And I give him like the phone numbers for Norma, Adam, and Lenny.
Norma has a cell phone?
Okay.
I think so. She does, right?
We're not there.
No, but you have a cell phone, right?
No, but he has your number. Or you have a
If
phone?
you have a phone.
Who has a cat meowing on there?
Me, obviously.
No.
Oh, it's Gil.
Might be Gil.
Oh, okay. Hi, Gil.
I
Josh, she's a
definitely
cat. Okay. So yeah, the Troys. Right as the Troys move out, that is when you hear a gunshot, somewhat far off in the distance. Cutting back to Dr. Lenny and Norma. So Dr. Lenny has just shot a pretty decent wound into this crow hound. Norma, it is your turn.
If I've got 2 sets of brass knuckles. If I wanted to take one off and throw it at this thing, what would that do anything? would I have any chance at doing any damage to it before running away?
I mean, throwing it, I mean, it's just throwing a kind of heavy thing at a person. Like, it wouldn't do much. I could say you'd roll your D3, but it wouldn't do any damage bonus.
No, I'm just gonna run run. I go to the bar, and I start heading towards the bar. Oh my god!
And you run. Okay. And with your
I
9
can't do
movement, yeah,
anything.
you sprint. Yeah, all right. So you start running. It is the Crow Hound's turn, and Norma's left Dr. Lenny behind, so it's going to fly up to you, Dr. Lenny, and try to take a good old bite.
Oh boy.
Its bite. Okay, and it does get a 29, a normal success for its brawl. So you roll counter or you roll dodge, I guess.
Counter
Yeah,
dodge.
that would be my dex. Yeah,
Your dex.
that's a 7.
7.
7,
Okay.
which is under my extreme of 11. So
Wow.
for once, Dr. Lenny
Okay.
moves.
For once, you move out of the way, and you dot. Yeah, it goes in for like a beak lunge with its elongated neck, but you do manage to duck out of the way in time. And then it is, your, yeah, it's like breathing is getting like heavier and heavier. As it is your turn, as you're facing this panting, tongue out crow hound thing.
I guess all I can do is I can shoot it again. 10. Under 50, so that is an extreme success, I think, right? Because
Okay.
yeah, 10. So that
Yeah,
is
10
an,
50.
an
Yeah, that'd
extreme.
be extreme. All right. Yeah, you hit, doesn't succeed on its dodge. So damage again.
I do another 4 damage.
4 damage. All right. Okay, yeah, you hit. I guess you hit it on. Oh, you're pretty close to it. Where do you hit it?
I guess animal. I'd be aiming for the head.
Okay, hit the head. You don't. Oh, the extreme is pretty. Yeah, if it's extreme, you should hit near it. It doesn't die, but it is not looking good. You probably grazed the side of its head by one of its on the right side of its head. So you do see blood just kind of trickling off the side here.
Is there anything I can do with
and
my
it is-
move action to hide behind something? Get behind a car at detritus in the street? I don't know.
There is. Yeah, exactly. There is definitely some garbage piled up pretty much everywhere in town. So you can hide. I guess is hide a roll? What would you roll for hiding?
There's stealth.
Survival or stealth? Okay, give me a stealth survival hide roll.
Stealth. Okay, 35. And what the hell is my stealth? Did I put any points in stealth? 35.
Okay.
So I got my stealth. Just.
Okay.
Barely.
Okay. Just barely. But unfortunately, you are its only target right now. It is kind of forgotten about the other woman, the woman that was here. So it still kind of has its eyes on you. So it is Norma's turn. Are you keep on running to the bar?
I don't know what else to do. Okay, how close is the beast to Lenny versus me?
It is pretty much right up in point blank range of Lenny. But you just ran, and you're a fast runner. So you were probably running, I don't know, for like 10, 15. Yeah, Norma, you were probably running for like 10, 15 seconds at probably full sprint.
She like turns and hesitates, seeing how close this thing is to Lenny, and she thinks about the library and how little she could do about the librarian. And she is going to throw one of her brass knuckles at it, but to get its attention and to make it angry and try to get it to chase her instead. So I'm going to throw it at it and go, "Hey! Hey you big fat dog bird over here! Look at me!
Hey,
I'm tiny and spry and delicious!"
I'm the annoying fairy.
Yes, are you going closer to it at all, or are
the
you
troll in the
throwing it
dungeon
from farther away?
I'm staying where I am and I'm standing and going like, "Wah!"
Troll In the
Okay.
dungeon.
I guess roll.
But you ought to
Throw, I guess
know.
throw would count as your brawl. I guess so. Roll brawl to throw that item and get its attention.
Because I'm assuming it's an animal, so like,
Now,
17
very
under
clearly a
55.
real animal.
She really hucks it.
17. Okay, 17.
So it's under my
Yeah,
hard.
hard success. Okay. Yeah, all right, hard success. You chuck your brass knuckle, and it does land and it does hit up against one of its legs. So it does turn
Yes.
towards you. It hears you, and with that hard success, it starts chasing after you. It is slower than you, however, so it will probably take its turn running over towards you. But now you are its prey. It's going to be hard. It would be hard to get its attention away.
Shoot it again!
Would this give me the opportunity then to
And
shoot
so
it again?
yeah. Yes, it is
Okay.
your turn. It is the opportunity to shoot it again, but it is moving away from you.
Come on, baby. 57. That
Okay.
is not a success.
Is that what is your normal? Okay.
my
50,
shoot
50.
or my
Is-
shoot? My shoot is handgun is 50.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, you do not hit. It kind of, I guess, it does kind of duck or kind of weave a little bit as it's on its way to its prey. And you do not make attack.
Well,
Now it
you're
is
faster
Norma-
than it, Norma.
Yeah, Norma, it is your turn.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run.
Okay. All right. Are you running towards the bar or in a different direction?
I'm gonna run the opposite side of the street from the bar, so that if they do come out,
Okay.
like they'll be able to help, but they won't be right next to it. Like I'm not gonna lead this thing to the bar.
Okay. Yeah. You keep running in that direction, and it does keep chasing after you for a little
Well, now
while.
if we kill all the Troys, does that solve the problem too?
Oh my god, stop.
Up to you. Yeah, it is. So it is, I guess, as close to the bar as it could be, as kind of on that like well, it's not an intersection. Keeps running after you, and at this point, that is when Adam, BK Marcus, and the Troys start filing out. As you step out of the bar, you see Norma screaming and running for her life as this crow hound is chasing after.
Awesome, I love it.
So
Shoot
yeah,
it!
it is
Shoot her!
It
Shoot
is
her!
BK Marcus's turn.
I shoot it with the gun I just got. I have no points.
Alright, roll.
I have no points in gun though, so this has to get under 25. What do you think, guys? Yes or no?
99.
Yeah, probably. Ah, it's
He
a 4.
shoots he shoots himself in his other arm so badly it falls off.
It's a 40.
Oh wow, he got a 40.
It's a 40.
All right. You do not hit. It is running pretty fast, and it's kind of going in opposite direction. You do not hit. Adam, it is your turn now.
What do I have that might be useful?
Weapons.
Do
Like-
any of the Troys have a shotgun?
I quickly run back into the bar to see if I can find any heavy machinery that I might be able to turn into some sort of form of explosion.
Oh, like a Molotov cocktail? What do you mean heavy machinery?
I mean like a cooling engine that's like underneath
He
the
just means
bar
like stuff he
that
can
I might be able to like
throw.
stuff that I might be
I'm
able
gonna
to
fashion
start
this mini
with
fridge. I'm gonna
Vaseline.
fashion the kegerator into a bomb.
Drake wants to MacGyver it up.
It's an
Okay.
animal. Loud noises are a thing.
Alright,
As a
would
black
that be-
Lincoln Town car with tinted out windows and gold badges appeared on
I
the
mean,
corner.
I have machine repair and I also have operate heavy
Machine repair.
machine. So whichever one you
Okay.
want to use it in.
Sure, I suppose you could roll either of those.
Oh, I got a 32 under 70. So that's a hard
For which skill?
success. Operate heavy machine.
What heavy machine are
For
you
heavy
operating?
machinery, okay.
I've been in bars and they do have some heavy machinery in there. I can do it to 32 under machine repair, which would be just a normal success because I have 60 in that.
Yeah, operate heavy machines. Oh man, I have to talk about bars and cars. Those are like the two things I know the least about. Yeah, I don't know what kind of machines are in there. If there is any sort of what would be in a bar, any sort of like coolers, a mini fridge, something to
I
keep
think heavy machinery is referring to like bulldozers and forklifts and like factory
Oh,
Yeah, I don't.
equipment.
Are you finding a steamroller in
But
there?
mechanical repair could be applied to various mechanical implements, like not just heavy machinery. So that would be the one that would be applicable to me in this circumstance.
Yeah.
I'm okay getting a regular success.
All right.
Is there by
But
any
so you want
chance
to make something
Jabba
with
the
some
Hutt
noise?
in a
So
pinstripe suit with a Lupara on the corner?
Stop.
Maybe?
Stop.
no Jabba the Hutt.
Oh.
Jubadoo
Trying to
hoot.
think, you're trying to make something that, as you would find a cooler if you are looking for things to make noise. For making noise, I suppose Molotov cocktail is sort of the closest thing you would get to like something that can make like a loud bang noise to draw its focus.
It could also
So
be.
yeah, let's say you find.
I could also look for something that has like a high pitched like whine to it that could like because it's a hound, so it'd be almost like a high pitched dog whistle that I could also be trying to create.
Are there
What
any
sign
cars?
do you have?
Are there any broken cars on the street, Zach? Or like any cars in the road?
Yeah, there would be. Yeah, there would be some cars.
Because Drake, you could try to set off a car alarm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure,
Cool.
I'll attempt to.
That would be your idea. All right.
I get into a car and I just start working on, and I try to set off the car alarm.
Okay.
I think you can just break a window for that to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you go into the bar, look around, don't see anything. Molotov cocktail, nah. Go outside, see a car, okay. Break the window and start hogging the horn or something. Yeah, so that one. Let's see luck. Let's see if it has an alarm on. I'll just roll luck for it. Oh no. Oh yay. Hi, Connor.
I don't know what happened there.
Luck. He's going and breaking a car. For a luck. Unfortunately, that car did not have an alarm. But you think that is a good idea. There are plenty of cars around here. These are probably Troy's cars.
So it doesn't have an alarm, right?
This one does not have an alarm.
Oh, wait, then
Unless you break the window, nothing.
Then I just smash. I just press down as hard and for as long as I can on just the horn, just to go like
on the horn. Okay, yes, that will get its attention. It looks towards you. It is back at the top with oh yeah, Connor has gun, so top with Dr. Lenny.
All right, so I've had a chance
As the bird looks towards the car.
I've had a chance to close some distance, so I try to hit him again.
All right.
46.
Roll.
So that's just a success.
Success. Okay, but it fails its dodge, so you hit. Roll damage.
That is a 9.
Oh,
9.
Kill it with
All
fire.
right. Yep. Tell me how you take it out.
I square up on the thing as it rears around to pay attention to the car horn. Its head extends up and out, and I line it up and I take it one right through the temple.
Yeah.
Clean shot through the brain.
All right.
As you're looking at it, you see the silhouette of this creature like swaying and collapse to the ground, and Norma's tiny frame is behind it, just standing like this, staring at you and going, "I cannot believe you thought that he was the kid."
And then before Norma's before Norma's shocked and terrified eyes, the carcass slowly transforms back into a small child.
God.
The
Oh,
guilt,
no, he was
the
driven mad by King City.
the guilt on Connor's face
2d10
is
sanity.
palpable. Drake, your
Yeah.
camera died.
All right.
I'm still here.
Yeah, you're just your camera
Okay.
died, so
Okay. Uh,
it screwed up the videos.
okay, we good? We good?
Yeah, everybody's back.
Let's
You're
keep
you're,
dead.
going.
you're
Please.
you're freezing
I
a bit,
killed
but I
a
think it's
Cthulhu
okay.
monster without take. I killed a Cthulhu monster without taking any damage. Ooh.
Nice.
I
And
want to
speaking
leave.
of Cthulhu monsters, PK Marcus and Adam hadn't rolled sanity yet for seeing the Crow Hound, and now that it it had full neck extension and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the two of you can roll sanity.
Who? Me and Drake.
Yeah.
I succeed.
I fail.
Okay. BK Marcus, you take 1.
All right.
Is it? Yes. D4. And Adam, you take 2 sanity.
Okay.
You see this
Perfect.
crow running towards Norma, go towards the car, and see its neck extend far beyond what a dog or a crow's neck should do.
Awesome.
And then, very quickly after that, it is blown apart. The Troys see that. Oh yeah, Troys roll sanity. I mean, some succeed, some don't. They're drunk. So they're pretty like. Some are more oblivious. Some are more like startled. Like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Even though they might have seen this thing, but they probably seen this thing before. But yeah, so the Troys are collecting themselves. They're collecting themselves, and eventually Troy's kind of settle down. What do you do?
I just
I want to find the kid and leave.
I literally just turn to the Troys and I just say, a minor hiccup. A minor hiccup. Everybody spread out across the city. There's got to be enough of you to spread out. Let's canvass all of the town. Let's find this kid and let's get him home.
And the rest
Okay.
of us home, please. I'd like to go home.
Okay. So I guess you can each.
I examine the bird dog for my own curiosity.
Oh yeah.
And I got a 62, which is under my biology. Nope, it's 1 over my biology. So it was a
Okay.
useless exercise. I just look and say, fascinating.
It does
Very
look like a crow and
you
a
can take some
dog.
DNA if you want. You can take some DNA if you want. All right, cool. You take
God.
a crowhound feather. 1 crowhound feather obtained. But yes, the 4 of you can each take a squadron of Troys.
You gain 1 crow
Also
feather.
inventory, group of Troys, and bunch of Troys. Are the 4 of you searching together, or are you all splitting up with your own Troy squadrons?
So you said that that there's roads that lead all the way up to City Hall, right?
Correct. That's kind of the
And that's
center
like
of town. And then
so-
the roads just kind of go.
So you
yeah.
could say we could break up the roads into like 4 groups, like kind of the circle around the hill, and then we could try to just
Sure. Yeah.
segment it into those areas.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to kind of quadrant split the town up into 4. It's like Night Vale. It's a smallish town, but it is still a town, so there are a lot of places.
So, do you guys think it would be a good idea to split up? Norma, do you have a phone?
No. Why would I need a phone?
Hey,
Well, actually, is it
Troy,
common for? Yeah, no, yeah, I have a phone, but it's like a shitty flip phone.
That's okay. Just
Give me them digis.
I give you my numbers because guess what? I don't have to roll a POW anymore, right?
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah.
No, it's just if we see something, we should just contact each other to let each other know if we see generally anything out of the ordinary. Or if we're gonna die, I would like to be. I would like as we're running away, I'm just like texting, about to be killed. Help, sent.
Gonna die now. Bye.
So who wants to take, like, the first First quarter. I'll take the first quarter. Who wants to take the second quarter?
Good leadership
I'll
skills.
take the
Adam.
second quarter.
Okay, Lenny's on second. Who wants to take third?
Who's on first?
I'm on first.
I'll be
Who?
3.
Okay, so that means one-armed BK is on
I was
number
literally,
4.
I was literally just about to say, and a one-armed wonder is in the fourth quarter.
It was not me. It was the one-armed man.
Hello.
So we all break off with each other, all having each other's phone numbers, and we
Yeah.
head out to our to our locations to just start fanning out with our groups of Troys.
Okay. The 4 of you split off with your group of Troys in tow, searching the town. As you split up, now BK Marcus, you start experiencing what Norma and Dr. Lenny experience, where you start seeing alternate realities kind of filtering in.
Hey.
I knew it was the
You
flamingo.
see something, I guess. You see something a little farther back. You see yourself as a pretty successful author. There was one idea you dismissed, one kind of idea for a novel series you dismissed, but in this reality, you actually wrote it. You never ended up in Night Vale. You continued with the series, and it actually became kind of a hit. It has a few major motion pictures in the works.
Hey, Zach, I want to cheat.
You want to cheat?
Yeah, I'd like to cheat. So we're seeing all these alternate realities, right? Am I seeing am I seeing specific ones, or am I seeing just a multitude of alternate realities?
It is a multitude of random, indiscriminate realities.
Could I focus my willpower to try and see visions from an alternate reality where we find Josh quicker by the time we get to King City? Do you get what I'm getting at, right? I'm trying to see.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to see. It's okay if you don't want to allow it. It's okay if you don't want to allow it, because I get it's kind of cheesy. But if I'm seeing alternate realities, and we've had these before, I'd like to think that I'd be able to focus my energy to try and.
BK would be the most.
Oh, sorry.
BK would be the most likely candidate to actually try to do that, because he has interest in sci-fi and literature. He's had to have written or heard about concepts in which characters are dealing with alternative realities to a certain extent.
What do you want me to roll for that? POW, int, luck?
For that, roll luck. Well, first roll sanity, then roll luck.
Okay. Sanity first. 39 under. Is it your max sanity that you roll under, or your current? It's fine either way. I just forget.
I think you're current.
Okay, so it's still under 39 under 45. My luck's one of my lower skills, but it's a 35. So here's hoping I get under a 35.
So sanity, you take 1 sanity.
Okay.
You take 1 sanity and roll extreme luck.
Oh, actually, I forgot. I didn't regain any sanity, so I was at 41. So I actually rolled 2 under my sanity. Shit.
Oh, nice.
That could have been way worse. All right, and then here's my luck roll. Got to get under a 35. 27. There we go.
I said extreme luck.
No, it's not. It's just a normal. Wait, no, let me double check.
It was actually a 7.
Wait, it was a 7. Oh, dude, sometimes the 2 just looks exactly like a 7. No, that's fine. So I rolled a 27. It's a success, but it's not a hard or extreme success because my luck is 35.
Okay. Yeah, but I like that idea of you searching in these alternate realities to see what to do. I really like that. But yeah, you do not see yourself with Josh or finding Josh in any of these. So anyway, you all depart. You are all looking in your areas. I'm not sure what the search would be. I guess you could all roll track or survival to try to find Josh in your quadrants of the city from down the hill.
Or spot hidden too.
Or if you want to describe if there's anything specific that you're looking for. If you're looking in buildings, if you're looking at weird rocks.
I forgot he could literally be anything. But I think they established. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
mean, we should be looking at hotels and seeing if he perhaps got a room somewhere.
Yeah. We
That's
don't know
all I
if
can
he's.
think of.
Well, so Drake's first. So Drake's in the first quarter. So Drake, how are you searching
Okay.
for?
Yeah, we'll go by quarter.
I'm going to be just calling out Josh's name. I'm going to be looking in different stores. Like what type of things are in my district? Like, is it more homes? Is it more stores? Is it what type of environment is it that I'm walking through?
Sure. I'll say your quarter. Yours like the upper left of town, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, upper left. Yours is more residential area, so it is mostly homes, and mostly homes that have the lights off. There are a few that do have the lights on.
Then I'll be knocking on
but you are
doors.
calling Josh.
I'll be knocking on doors
Okay.
with lights off and lights on, just pretty much like trick or treating every single house. But I'm just going to be asking residents if they've seen anything weird, or if there's been any newcomers recently besides us that they've seen recently. And I'm hoping that my flamingo will bring about some form of magic that I've just been carrying around in my backpack.
Okay.
I believe in
All
Night
right.
Vale speak that would be,
I guess we can.
you're on a street with houses, some with lights on, others not.
And some with lights off. You go to a house. We can roleplay one of them. Yes, you knock on the house. You see a woman. Open the door. It's like, hi, I'm Madeline. How can I? Hi, what do you need?
We are looking for a friend. He's this person is new to town, and we've just been wondering if you've been seeing anything new or odd. He likes
No,
to
I'm
change
sorry,
his
I can't
look every so
remember
often.
any. I haven't seen anything. I haven't left the house in. I haven't left the house. I haven't seen anyone. Sorry.
That's okay. I hope you feel better soon.
Thank you. You too. Uh, she closes the
Bye.
door.
I gotta get rid of all those Troys.
As you continue on, and it is pretty. The response is pretty similar to. The responses from the houses you knock on are pretty similar to that.
God,
We can go to the second quarter.
Madeline.
Was that? They're all named Madeline.
Yep,
Madeline is the other multiplier. Second quarter is that Connor?
Lenny.
Second quarter is me, yes.
Is Dr. Lenny. Okay. All right. What are you doing?
Well, we're looking around. Again, is there by any chance a hotel in my quarter or
Funnily enough,
restaurant?
Yeah, I can say there's a motel. A motel in hot motel in an area near you.
Funnily enough, Connor, you ended up in the hotel district.
Oh no, so they're everywhere.
Surprisingly
Well, we go
enough.
to the town. We go to the town motel and we see if they'll give me a look at the register.
Okay, yeah, the person there is just looking through is just reading a book, and they're just kind of reading it. They're just looking down. They don't even really seem to notice you.
So I go up to the desk and I just spin the guest book around so I can look at it.
There hasn't been anyone in this motel in so long. Probably you have to look months back to see that a Troy stayed here.
Are there any keys
Some Troys have stayed here.
Are there any keys missing from the keyboard or anything like that?
For that, there are a couple on the ground, but between what you see on the wall and the few that you see on the ground, that seems to make a total number of keys.
Okay. Well, this was a bust. Okay, back to wandering streets and yelling Josh's name.
All right.
Remember, I'm
Back
not
to
just
wandering
looking
street,
for him.
yelling Josh's.
You are all looking for your son as well.
Yeah. Yes, us too. Us too. And you keep looking. To BK, you are, I guess, in the bottom right corner. So yours and Norma's districts are a little bit more storefronts than residential. BK, first roll a hard luck.
Why do you gotta keep giving me luck, bro? Luck's my worst stat. Like of
I
my.
have a 90 in luck.
Can you get me in a? Can you make me roll appearance, please? Well, I gotta say, guys, that roll was pretty nice, and I'll leave it at that.
Was it on that one?
So you failed with the 69.
69! 69!
Boy, yeah, boy.
The best luck roll of all. The luckiest number.
Yeah, Zach, I'm pretty sure that's actually a success, right? And in fact, I'd say it's a hard
Oh, yeah,
success.
69 is like
Extreme.
It's a
success.
hard success.
I
Hey!
I hate it.
Hey!
That joke is enough to make anybody go flaccid.
Oh wow!
What's going on, Zach?
Yeah, what did I?
Yeah,
What with my failed
BK.
luck roll?
As you look, this is just related to you searching those alternate realities, trying to come up with a solution. For that, you do not see anything about Josh. You see a reality of yourself where you get eaten by the librarian. You are not rescued from its tendril, and you are dead. There is a small part of your mind that is just blank, as this version of you has died. But you can tell me what you're doing searching-wise.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Did you? That was actually for me searching the alternate realities. Oh, I rolled a 12,
yes.
and I was just memeing because I thought. Now that I know what that was for, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be rolling spot hiddens. Basically, my idea is that I'm looking for objects that are roughly the size of a normal person. So I'm not looking for smaller things, because my understanding, based on what I've been told, is that when he shapeshifts into things that are roughly like the same size as him. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying that was
I thought he turned into a small rock once.
I'm just saying that's BK's understanding. So I'm looking for things that are roughly human sized, but I'm looking for fences. I'm looking at like boxes. I'm just looking for things that don't seem to be like in a normal location. If that makes sense. Like a washing machine on the street kind of thing.
Well, it seems like at this point, normal animals are probably abnormal. Here.
All right. So I don't know, how many spot hiddens do you want me to roll? My first one was a 20 under 25. I rolled a second time. That's a 74. Oh.
Okay, yeah, we can go with the first one. That's fine. The spot hidden. You're looking around, calling Josh's name. You do not. No one looks in response to, like, as if it's their name. No object turned back. I guess in one house you do see there's like a house with lights on. You do see a window open. There's a woman there who kind of reacts startled to you just making that noise. You're not sure if it's for the noise or if it's for the name, but you do see one woman who's kind of taken aback.
I was taken aback by it all.
By all this, and she like kind of looks and she like closes the blinds on the window.
When Josh shapeshifts, can he take the form of a slightly damaged burgundy Ford hatchback?
Yeah.
Oh man.
He could.
I guess that's it for my section.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to do.
All right. And back to Emily. The last quarter, kind of that area where that fish and bait store was, as well as some other stores in the area. What are you doing?
I am going to. I'm walking around and I'm going. Angsty teen human who answers to Josh, who may also not be human right now, and maybe fish or a crow dog or something. Josh, your mom is looking for you, and so is your dad. Come out. I just call for him, and I'm
roll.
gonna roll spot hidden
Yeah.
as well.
The Troys are copying what you're saying. Small human. I mean, son. I mean, Josh. I
Teen.
probably shouldn't call
Small
you son.
human
I don't
is
know if you're cool
offensive
with
to
that.
teenagers, regardless of whether or not
Teen.
it's true. I got a 23 under 65.
20 under 65. Okay. Yeah, you look around.
That is a horny success.
A horny success. Unfortunately,
It's hard. Sorry.
this
Okay.
unfortunately there are no so far there are no 15-year-olds reacting to your horny success, or your not horny.
Oh
success,
no!
however you want to look at it.
Good. There should be no children reacting to anything of that nature.
All right.
God, kill it. Oh, okay.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah, please.
Where we used to play.
Yes.
What now?
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna
Jake?
ask, was Emily's thing done now? Like,
Yes,
did you
Emily's
finish?
is done.
Oh, I
Yeah,
want to
there's
approach
nothing else in
some of
this
the
quarter.
Troys.
Sure.
And I'm gonna go. Are there any rogue Troys? Like, are there any Troys that don't
Rogue
hang
Troy?
out with you at the bar? Like, is there another place that, like, different Troys gather? I'm just wondering if
No,
there
we're
might
all.
be. Well, when you split, you're different. Your
I know.
personalities can
Right,
change, and
No, yeah, I know what you mean. But the bar is kind of our hangout. Like, we don't all stay there all the time. Like, we go around. We do kind of have independent lives, but the bar is our hangout. There's no rogue Troy sect breaking off, like, unless you want to count the Night Vale ones. But
okay, well, you all need to go back to Night Vale at some point.
yeah, I know. And yeah, they all kind of groan and are just kind of muttering to themselves.
Okay,
Okay, Mom.
Why don't you want to go back to Night Vale?
There's nothing for us there. Like, we messed up stuff there with Diane and Josh. We messed things up here. We kind of like this is one of the like particularly drunk ones. We just mess things up everywhere we go, man.
So
no matter
you're
what,
saying you're like,
We always mess things
so you're like a
up.
virus.
And
Saying that you're
virus
like a
and
virus.
viruses need to be
That Troy
eradicated.
starts crying. That was harsh.
That was really harsh,
Like, that's-
Drake. Jeez.
Yeah, rude.
Yeah, come on, Drake. And during
Yeah,
the
that Troy starts sobbing.
and during swine flu too.
Another one's
Come
like-
on.
I'm just.
Oh, it's like, what-
I'm just trying to understand this inability to move forward with you. Everything must grow, and everything must change. It's like a river. If you guys stay the same and you never evolve, but you duplicate, it's just going to be repeating the same process of failure over and over and over again.
Okay, this is too much philosophized psychologizing for. We're too drunk for that level of psychology, man. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know if you're rolling like a psychology or anything, or persuade or anything to like break through to him.
Persuade. Did I put anything in persuade? I did not put anything into persuade or fast talk or psychology, but I will just roll to see if I can do it.
All right.
Because if I get under 10, that's kind of a success.
Where we used to play.
I got an 18, so no, I did not succeed.
Okay. Right. The Troys are not interested in hearing you talk about their inability to move forward and them being like a virus and things. They do kind of feel a little put off from you like armchair psychologizing them.
I'm just verbalizing my thoughts and just trying to visualize what's happening.
yeah.
That like I'm not
Right.
or I'm not
Right.
my way of doing it, the way at least that I'm seeing my character doing it is more I'm writing in my journal just trying to like understand what's happening, and I'm just talking out loud with them trying to process through what's happening. I'm just like I just don't get it. Like
Okay, yeah.
and they're just going like and I'm sure they're looking at me like, but you don't get it. And so we're just at this impasse of
Yeah.
we both can't understand.
Mhm.
I understand that you're all
Okay, yeah, you
garbage
both-
people. Why don't you understand that you're all garbage people?
Yeah, you are kind of at an impasse with them, and I guess you both, like you and a Troy you're talking to, do kind of see that tension there. But yeah, so that's going on. You
Okay,
all keep searching.
start raining the flamingos. Let's just have the
Start
flamingos rain
raining the
down on all the
flamingos.
Troys.
All right. Yeah, I guess BK Marcus, make a as you're looking through your alternate realities, make a normal luck check. BK Marcus.
I
BK
didn't. I actually.
Marcus.
You guys cut
BK
out. You guys
Marcus.
actually. You guys literally just cut out for me. Like for a solid 10 seconds there. I didn't hear what you
Oh.
said.
Oh.
Okay. Make a normal luck
Oh.
roll.
Sorry.
Oh. Oh.
Stop it. Stop pretending it.
Oh.
19.
Okay. Normal luck.
Under 35.
Okay.
Is that half or yeah? That's
Okay.
no. That's just a normal.
Yeah.
For that normal. Okay. But I just asked for a normal. Okay. So this is probably after a good couple hours of searching. Of searching for Josh with no luck in your 4 quadrants of the city. Until BK Marcus, you're looking at your alternate realities, more are cropping up, and you see yourself talking to the man in the tan jacket. He, at one point, when you talked to him, he said he was looking for someone. You see one of you asking who that was, and he doesn't respond. Or purposefully changes the subject.
Wait, the man in the tan jacket?
The mayor.
Yes.
The mayor again.
I don't want to go back to the guy. If he didn't, he should have known. Like, if we were just talking to him, he should have known that finding Josh and
Well, the
Yeah,
mayor.
but he
the
might be
mayor
trying to do
isn't-
something more nefarious.
yeah,
He's not a willing quest giver, is he?
no, he's kind of a dick.
Kind
All
of a
right. I
dick.
mean, clearly this blanket search isn't working.
Yeah, we need more information.
But
Need to
like the
figure
problem is
out-
that none of the people here are going to be able to give us any information because they don't remember jack shit. So all we can do is like, and the Troys haven't talked to him. So I guess we do have to end up going back to the mayor.
The mayor's the only one who can actually maintain a reasonable. He's the only guy whose hippocampus is working. The only guy who can remember what happens day to day. So I guess we'll have to go and talk to him
The
again.
only thing that I'm thinking is, what type of phone does Diane have?
A
Phone?
Motorola
An
Razor.
iPhone?
Oh, she has an iPhone.
No, a
Oh, that's
Motorola Razor.
right. Did she get her son an iPhone?
Oh, Diane.
Oh, are you?
I thought
Are
you were
we gonna
talking about
walk?
me.
Are we gonna walk around the city listening for his cell phone?
No, I can just ask for her. I can just ask
Oh,
for her
find my
email and her
phone!
password for Find My Phone.
we can try to just locate him through GPS.
Oh God!
Come
I
on,
don't know
Zach.
if that'll work.
Come on, Zach. That's
Okay, this
Call-
is
modern
100%
Call of Cthulhu
plausible.
broken
Zach.
by Apple.
Zach. That's pretty clever. Come on, give
It
him.
is, yeah.
Give
I
him
like that idea. I never thought of that. Yeah, sure. Okay. You call Diane?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. If you explain that to her, she says, okay, yeah, I mean, I haven't seen his phone. I tried the GPS. It seemed like it wouldn't really work on my map. But yeah.
GPS
Yeah, I
doesn't
can
work in
try.
Night Vale.
But it works
And
here.
so how does that find? I don't even know how that app works. Like, how does the Find My Phone? Would like a parent have like their
It shows a
kids'
geographical
info?
location of where the phone is.
Yeah.
If you log
Okay.
in with your account, you can find it through.
Yeah.
There's an app, basically.
Okay.
There's an app for that.
So it's
There's an app
basically
Okay.
if she gives us her Apple ID credentials, we can log in on one of our iPhones, which at least one of us is for sure
I do.
does have an iPhone, and then we can
I don't.
Okay. Clever, yeah.
we can search for his device under all devices, click on the phone, and then it'll track his location. So we do that,
Yeah.
and it pops up on the
Okay,
GPS,
clever.
and it's in the middle of the road, funnily enough, over by that telephone pole. And we go over there, and we find the phone on the crow hound's body.
He was the
Oh,
deer
no.
that the hound ate.
I'm never gonna be able to give that up, guys.
Ah, man.
I thought for
Yeah.
sure. I thought for sure. All right.
Dr. Lenny has a Windows phone.
All right,
Okay.
so
think
we're
they
gonna
still would've had those
we're
in
gonna try to use
2015.
we're gonna use track your phone, Zach. So if Diane agrees.
Okay, yeah. So you all, I guess you all gather. BK has that idea to talk to the man in the tan jacket. You all gather, but then Adam has the idea of calling Diane. You call Diane. You take the time to log into the Apple ID credentials so you can use Josh's Find My Phone. You hit that. It goes to the map of the GPS. Josh pings up right on City Hall.
Fuck.
I hate everything.
My God!
I literally turn to the group of
mayor is
Troys.
Josh.
I turn to the group of Troys and I just
Mayor
go.
better not be Josh.
I turn to the group of Troys and I say,
No,
listen
the
up.
mayor has Josh.
I say, now you listen up here, all ye Troys. It's time for us to take back what's ours. And when I say that, I'm not talking about no. I'm talking about your son. Guess he's at the city hall. I mean, I don't know if I should be rousing you up for a fight, but honestly, I'm really upset that the mayor didn't mention this to us. So let's get the fuck over there.
Yeah.
What he means to say is that because the mayor didn't mention this to us, there might be bigger issues, and it's possible that because the mayor wants you gone, he might be using your son as leverage. But we need to be careful, and we need you guys to actually step up. Understood?
Leverage is not the worst thing mayor could be using son for.
I also just send Diane a text asking
Agreed.
for her son's number, just that way, like I'll be able to like call it as like when we're in the building. I'm like, am I close enough to hear the ringing? But
All right.
she doesn't have
It
to
might
send
not be on.
We
Like the
storm.
ringtone might not
We
be on. It might
storm
be on
our way
silent.
back to City Hall.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, you
dun,
don't hear
dun,
the you don't hear the phone.
We
storm
walk
to
in and I
City
shoot
Hall.
the secretary right in the face.
It's Josh,
Oh,
the printer that you
secretary
turned
was
off and you killed.
The printer
Was
was
Josh.
Josh. The printer
Oh my
was
God,
Josh.
was the photocopier.
Hey,
oh no.
okay, no more gabbing. It's 9:30 and I'm sleepy. We need to do this.
Do it.
All right. You go to the building. I guess you all file in, and the man in the tan jacket looks over. He kind of looks surprised. Oh, did you have any luck finding Josh?
Oh, we
I
found some.
walk
We
over
had
and I grab him by the coat and I say, "Where is he?"
we had some luck finding him. All right.
Where did your
Okay.
accent go? Connor,
Where
your
is
accent
he?
disappeared.
Tell us
There you
where
go.
he is.
You're grabbing him by the collar.
By the tan jacket, yes. Shaking him.
By the tan jacket. You are grabbing him by the tan jacket. And he kind of seems nonplussed. He says, okay, I didn't want to do this. He opens the deerskin suitcase. And out of this deerskin suitcase emerges a massive swarm of flies that starts to surround his body and you as you are right next to him. And he says, I need Josh to save this town. If there's anything that can get rid of Troy's Night Vale nonsense, this man of many forms and one self, it is a boy, his son of many selves and one form. Josh is staying here until the problem is gone, and then I can return him to Night Vale. You do not want to press any further.
Oh, you idiot! Don't you realize that he is the key to making the Troys go back to Night Vale with him?
Yeah, your logic
Roll
here
to
makes
persuade.
Those two things are not connected.
That's
Like-
a 33 under 60.
The Troy, at this he starts looking, now he starts getting aggravated. The Troys will never leave. The words of some boy that they haven't even really met isn't going to do anything. but I know I can save the town. It has to be me, and it has to be Josh. Now, please leave. And
Well,
the flies start kind of congregating closer to Lenny's head, kind of spiraling around him.
Troyes, you have to do something.
Yeah, they're all looking at the portrait and looking at him and all regaining sanity and realizing they can finally see this man. So they're all kind of freaking out.
I
But yeah, you start rallying
throw
the
the man
Troys.
back. I let him go, and I throw him backwards, and I turn to the Troys and I say, "This man has just admitted to holding your son captive. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to finally do something right?"
or are you going to continue
And I roll
to not be
persuade
there
them.
for your children, for your son?
And that is an 11, which is a hard success.
All right, the drunk Troys are rallied on, and they start rushing at the man in the tan jacket. The man, he has this like massive swarm of flies around. He starts shooting them into some of the Troys' mouths. Some of the Troys start suffocating on these flies, and they fall, and some of them fall to the ground. The man has a lot of flies, but it is not enough to stop this massive stampede. So some of the Troys
Troys.
are on the ground choking, but some of them like pin the man down. The man tries to use the swarm of flies. They solidify almost in like solid shapes, almost as tendrils to like knock some of these Troys aside. But there are just too many of these Troys, and so eventually some of them pin the man down as he's struggling to like have these flies bat them away. He grabs his book. He's frantically looking through. He's muttering some words you don't understand.
Can I get the
And
book
these
from him?
Troys are pinning him down. Sure.
Or
You
can I tell
try,
them to
I
get
don't
the
know what
book?
that would be. A brawl?
Take his book. Take the book
you-
from him. Take his book. Throw it to me.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
In character,
like, Poggy,
in
like,
character,
tries-
why would you know to take the book away?
Well, just because Zach
'Cause
just said that he
he's
was
mumbling
mumbling
things.
and reading the book and like saying things.
Me as a character, I wouldn't know. Me as a Call of Cthulhu player, I know to take the book away from the
Yeah,
man
but
who's mumbling and
I know, but
gibberish.
that's why it feels
Well,
meta.
if
though.
I think that
Like I, Emily, know that this is a bad idea.
well, I think
Or it's a
Duncan
good
should.
idea because he won't be able to finish casting whatever he's casting.
I think
I
in,
don't know
I think
what
in
he's doing with
universe,
the book.
I think in universe, if a guy is fighting us with a swarm of flies and he pulls out a book and starts flipping through it and mumbling, that's like totally in character for me to go, wait a sec, why the fuck is he doing this instead of fighting back with his hands? Clearly, that book he's trying to do something with that book. So I think that makes perfect sense.
Okay,
for me.
fine, that makes sense.
But I get why you were
Adam
saying.
has a book too.
Yeah, I guess I get why
Yeah.
you'd say that, but
I just want to keep us honest.
no, I feel you.
Okay.
I feel you.
That makes sense, though.
All right, so Connor says he wants to get the book out of the guy's
Okay.
hands.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Eventually, I don't even know why I'd roll a brawl. Well, the man does roll a 9, but I'm sure so it takes a little while, but eventually, some of the swarm of Troys beat this.
They wrestle.
Swarm of Troys beats swarm of flies. They wrestle. There's like some on the ground, just like one gives him like a nice slugger to the eye.
Slug to the face.
And eventually they do get the book. And eventually they do grab the book and toss it over to you.
What is the book? What does it say on the cover?
There is nothing on the cover. Looking, I guess, at the inside cover, there is a stamp, property of Night Vale Public Library basement.
It just says like how to train your flies for dummies, and that's.
There's a basement in the library, Norma?
I turn to Norma and I show
did
her
not
the
know.
Yeah, Norma
That
did not
is
know that.
horrifying. Even
Alright.
I didn't know there was a basement, and I've been in it more than any other resident in town.
So as they've grabbed the book they've slammed it onto the ground. I pull back up my revolver and I walk up to the man in the tan jacket. Like I'm trying to push aside the flies. I see that some of them are suffocating, so I'm gonna cover my mouth Oh no, I can't.
You can't.
Nope.
I
because you
can't.
Only got
have
one hand.
So with one hand I take my shirt and I put it up over my mouth and then I like bite on my shirt like this. And then with my other hand I pull out my revolver and I look at the man in the tan jacket. And I go to the man in the tan jacket and I point my gun at his head and I say, "Listen up, you! You got rid of my arm! Now you're gonna do it again! You're gonna do this right now! Don't you want to do it? I don't know.
The Troys are just like, yeah, what he said.
Try these Troys, please. I just need these Troys to go. They got rid of my family and got rid of everything. I just am trying to get them to go.
Call off your flies! Call off your flies!
He's panicked for his life.
Call off your flies!
Okay, the flies. All right, the flies stop. They exit the Troy's mouth. A couple of the Troys are unconscious at this point, but the flies do congeal back together and go, and he puts them back in the suitcase.
And I turn to my three compatriots and I just say, I just like look at them and I'm like, I turn back to the Troys and I say, look at what you accomplished. You guys aren't total failures. Look what you've done. Combined with your strength and your passion, you were able to take your lives into your own hands and do something good. You brought the man in the tan jacket down to the ground. You think the four of us could have stopped those fly swarms on our own? No, it's thanks to you. And you can repair your relationship with your son, maybe even your relationship with Diane, the same way that you just took action here. You don't want to stay in King City anymore. You can see the good you've done for those people. It just doesn't match up with the harm that's happening to them now. Take life into your own hands. Go to Arby's. They have the meats. Grab life by the horns.
The Troys chant, they have the meat.
And I say,
roll another charm or persuade.
Grab life by the 10-gallon hat.
all right, see, here's the thing is that's definitely not a fast talk. And I don't have any points in persuade or charm.
It is a fast talk.
No, I didn't lie. I didn't lie anywhere there. All right, I'm gonna go for persuade. And you know what? No, I'm going for persuade. You guys, here we go. I'm going for persuade.
Has zero desire to build a relationship with these people.
Whatever, I don't care.
She has no desire. And
I'm going.
Can't rebuild something with your son that you haven't met. It's just
whatever, Drake.
Build a new relationship.
I'm persuading them, and I'm gonna roll. I have a 10, but it's okay because I just remembered something. So. Yeah, I got a 33, so that's over 10. What a shame. But wait, there's more. I spent 25 luck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
I spent 25 luck to bring that from a 33 down to a
10.
From 33 minus 25 is 8. So that's an 8, which is a normal success.
Okay.
Unless you want a hard success, in which case I'll
Right.
spend more luck. Don't test me.
I was waiting to see if anyone would spend luck. Yeah, okay, these Troys, now that they've actually, like, accomplished something, they do feel like they're still very uneasy, and a couple of them are still unconscious, but they do feel a little bit more resolve in what they're doing. They're no longer just muttering and dismissing you, at least. They're not charging for Night Vale like they are, but they're not dismissing you right now.
Right. It's like,
but yeah, and then a few of them are still pinning the man in the tan jacket.
I walk over to the man in the tan jacket and I say, "Where is the child?" And I smack him with his own book.
He's in the room down there, down the hall. You see kind of to the left and up. There's just like rooms scattered around kind of the periphery of the building. I didn't really describe it. It's like kind of a rectangular building. There's like a section in the middle that's not trespassable that leads down to a basement seen on the map.
I walk to the indicated room and I open the door and I say, "Josh, you can come out now."
you said.
The door is locked. The man says, "Oh, there's a ring of keys on the receptionist's desk, so you can grab the ring of keys to open the door." You open the door that he motioned to, and there is a turtle hiding inside of his shell. The head kind of peeks out, sees you say he can come out, and this turtle transforms into a somewhat tall, lanky teenager.
After
And
you.
he says, "Oh, thank you." He walks out, and he like walks out. He sees the man in the tan jacket pinned, and a swarm of his dads, or who he assumes is his dads. He asks, "Are you? You must be Troy." And the Troys are all very anxious, kind of kicking their feet around. And one of them says, "Yes, we're the Troys. I didn't know you were coming here, and I'm really sorry for everything." And stop, just stop. You you know you hurt my mom. I don't really need you back in my life. I just wanted to tell you that you really hurt her and me. I don't need to see you or talk to you any more than this, but you're hurting her and the people of this town. I only saw a little glimpse before that man and his flies grabbed me, but this town is not doing well. And you know why that is, and you know that you can fix it. And Detroit's like, "Well, we're trying. Like a third of us are already back." And Josh's like, "No, you can't half-ass this, Dad. You need to do it. You need to commit. You need to do this all the way. You can't have half there, half here."
Whole
And
ass. Whole ass.
You got a whole asset.
What would
Whole
happen
ass.
if you just made a Troy town, where it was just a town full of Troys and that was it?
No.
No, let's not throw that into
It's
the equation.
very clear. Let's not muddy the waters. Obviously, Sun is at very tragic. "Oh, I don't need you anymore" stage, and Troy's are at, "Oh no, now he don't want to see us anymore. Well, how will we fix it?" Well, only way to rebuild relationship is for everyone to go back to Night Vale and to do the work. You watch Dr. Phil, right? Do the work. Off you go.
No, it's a good idea, Drake.
Yeah, so
I
you
do.
see,
It's a good idea.
so you see this, you
I'm
see
just
this
thinking
boy
long term.
talking to his.
To his dad's, like.
You see this swarms of dads all trying to apologize, and the son stopping them from apologizing. This boy, Josh is really nervous, and he's tripping over his words, but that makes his message come across all the more clearly. And eventually, the Troys all stop protesting. They stop trying to interrupt, and they agree.
This is just
They agree with Josh that they need to go back.
really reminded me of like a massive, like an enormous Mamma Mia moment.
This is a terrible movie moment. I feel like I'm watching Lifetime.
No, I love it. I love it. Because we probably
Is
could have
this a
solved.
Hallmark Christmas movie?
We could have solved this in so many different ways, and I love that the way we've chosen is to get all these guys to do something good, and then get told off by their son, and that's how we're gonna solve the major climax.
Yeah.
Now the
But
real
yeah,
question is, how many Troys are there?
Mm.
And how are we going to get them back to Night Vale in 2 vehicles?
We're
And only
gonna
2
get a bus.
This town must have bus.
Wait,
Yeah,
just let them.
Yeah, we have
What were
buses
you
and
saying?
cars. Yeah, we have our own cars. We can make the drive to Night Vale. Night Vale citizens are always good at, like, we can find our way back. We're from Night Vale. It's no problem for us.
You know what, guys? You've done a lot. She looks at like the three of the people who are like interlopers.
Interlopers.
You've done a lot to help a crazy, well, supposedly crazy town that you know very little about, and you're finally out of Night Vale. So, if you didn't want to come back, you don't have to. But I think I can speak for all of us when I say that you're welcome to make Night Vale your home if you want. But if you don't, then I can go back with these guys, and you guys can go home.
Will I be called interloper all the time?
In Night
Eventually,
Vale?
no.
Okay.
Eventually, no.
Yeah.
So this is
Right. Okay. The Troys are in like I guess a little interested in that idea of like Troy Town. But they do look at each other and say, I don't even if it wasn't just the people we messed up here. We were like our Night Vale-ness made a lot of stuff too. It made that crow hound thing. It made a lot of damage besides just the people. I think it's best if we all just go back to Night Vale where we're safe with just the usual dangers like librarians and the post office. Oh no, you're good. You're good.
The post
No,
office.
yeah, not all. You're good. You're good. But just normal things like cleaning day, normal horrors like that.
It's like all the Troys link arms, and they put their arms around Josh. They're like, let's all be better together. They all walk out the front doors as like some cheesy ass like a song starts playing. That's what, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, Josh. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Josh doesn't want it yet. Josh is like glad they're convinced, but Josh is like, oh, can you? I mean, the car doesn't really work. Can you all drive me home?
But before I answer,
Is he talking to the Troys?
No,
sorry.
to the four of
You
you.
three, go.
He's at this point he is no longer talking to the Troys.
Yeah.
As long as I have Pink Flamingo and I can get back out. Yes.
I plan to settle
yeah.
in Night Vale. I've grown accustomed to it. I could find myself enjoying it there. So
Enjoy
I
the
plan.
You
invisible
can
coffee.
foxhole for a while
What did you say?
until you find your own place. You can bunker in my foxhole for a while until you find your own place. It'll be fine.
And like I said, I think my experiences here might make the perfect setting for a new book. So I'm gonna go back to Night Vale and write it there myself.
But yes, we can bring you a ride home, Josh.
And Dr. Lenny, what resolution have you reached?
I'm going to load that bird dog into the trunk of my car, and I'm going to find a way to clone it.
Oh my god, no.
And I shall
right.
breed bird dogs.
I do go up to Evan, and I say, we will be heading back to Night Vale. If you don't want this town weird, hand over all Night Vale related things, all the books you've taken, that suitcase with flies. If you don't want the magic of Night Vale to be here, you must remove it all from your town.
Okay, he hands you the book. This is the only book that I ended up taking out of Night Vale. It's the only one I really needed.
This is the book
the
I already
the
have.
flies have no power without.
Yeah, the book that
Yeah, that book you already have, right?
Yes,
Sorry. Yes, you already have. That's the only book.
That's
the only book I ended up
strike him
reading.
with it.
So that's the only thing I took.
I strike him with it one more time.
Right.
Right in the middle of the forehead.
And I say, Mr. Mayor, if I ever see you again, I will smack you with my good remaining arm. I still blame you for this arm, and I blame you for a lot of things. You better keep your distance.
Let me say it this way: you've got your town back. Now you can never leave. If I catch you outside the city limits of King City, and your life will be the end of your life.
All right, now get out of here, you crazy kook. Go and meet your wife and daughter again.
Let's get out of here so things can be whatever they were before this.
Okay. All right. The Troys, I guess they do hijack a bus, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of just taking all their own cars. Well, no, they probably need it for work, so they all take their own cars. But yes, all of the Troys file into different cars. Josh goes with the four of you into yours. You have the flamingo in the trunk. You have the flamingo in the backpack.
Two of them, so we might have given another flamingo.
The crow hound is stuffed into the trunk.
Along with the pink flamingo.
along with a pink flamingo, the trunk, and I have the book.
As soon as you, yeah, as soon as you put the flamingo on, well, it doesn't matter too much because the bird is dead. But when you
Dead.
put the flamingo in the trunk, the bird does vanish for a little bit, and then moments later appears back, and it looks more withered and aged. Uh, I guess now it's dead. It's this time
How
skip has
can-
happened while it's
How
dead,
can it?
so it
How
is
can
more,
it?
so it is a little more.
How can it experience the ravages of the time jump if it's already dead?
I mean, dead things still have to decay.
It's not a mental. Yeah, it's not a mental like that alternate reality thing. Which now that you're all in flamingo range has gone away for all of you. It's more of a physical thing of like, oh, this physically has aged a few more years now. So it is a little more decay. It suddenly smells a little bit. It suddenly smells worse. But it is
Cool.
still it is still intact. It is not like
Let's drive
it is not
fast.
molten.
We'll be
I don't want to smell this for the
fine for
whole ride there.
we get back
we'll
in the
be fine
drive.
for dissection.
We get back in the drive. We turn on a little bit of Rascal Flats. Life is a highway. We're driving down the road, driving through the desert in our journey. I turn back to the rest of the group and I say, you know what? I think this story is going to make a mighty fine novel. I think I'll call it "Welcome to Night Vale," and I'll use
We fade to black.
and I'll use the pen name Jeffrey Cranor and Joseph Fink. How's that sound, guys?
Oh my god.
Life is a highway.
You and
starts
Adam
playing and
pick
just
two
If I
names.
make it two people, they'll never guess.
Those are just the
They'll
people
never
who
guess it's just one.
those are just the people who wrote the actual book. So like, I just looked them up to just be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna write this book and put it into the world.
Yeah, those are the Night Vale creators.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, if you
no
don't
stupid
mind, then
music.
if you don't mind, we can go to a
And
couple like
Prokofiev.
epilogue scenes where you're all at, and then I do have one more radio broadcast for the end.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So yeah, you all.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, you all. So yeah, I guess you see in montage mode. You do see you all going back home. You do see Josh walking in to the home and embracing Diane. Jackie, the woman with her arm in the cast, is also there talking to Diane. But yeah, Diane just runs and hugs and just embraces her son. They embrace. The mom scolds the son for a little bit, and you see Josh apologizing to Jackie and write a little apology on her cast. Jackie is there. Diane is now. She had lost her job. She is now working part-time at the pawn shop that Jackie runs. So they were doing sort of like a mock interview type thing. You see Jackie is doing this as a formality, but Diane is still dressed up in like her nice business clothes for this meeting. And Jackie, who's 19, is like, "You're fine. You have the job. This is just like a formality. You don't have to dress up." Diane's like, "No, dressed up." And that's when Josh comes in and they embrace. As for that, you see, I guess we'll start with the outsiders first. So, Dr. Letty, what are you doing after the resolution?
The flash to Dr. Lenny and the multiple trailers that he inhabits in Arizona. It goes to a picture of him in full surgical garb under a great big surgical light, dissecting the bird dog and scribbling furious notes and diagrams and things like that in his notebooks and whatnot, and running genetic assays and genomic testing and all sorts of things. So he's not staying in Night Vale, but he's still Flamingo can be seen well out of harm's way and well out of anybody's touching, perched high on top of one of his trailer.
Okay, sure. You also have one other thing on your shelf. Before you left, as a parting gift, Carlos gave you some samples of Laura's DNA if you wanted to experiment and learn about see if you can grow human plant hybrids.
Ah, yes, and I also still have the book from the. I never did return the book from the basement because it would be too dangerous to do so.
Right. Have you read the book at this point?
Not yet. I'm
Okay.
still interested in things that science can more easily prove. However, control over insects, very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And that book would also give you that ability to make those magic notes too. There's 2 spells in that book. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cutting to BK Marcus. What are you doing now?
I have just 2 scenes. One of which is I meet back up with Carlos and we shake hands as he fits me with some sort of weird Night Vale left arm prosthetic. I don't think it's like 100% perfect, but it definitely offers some range of movement. So it's just a scene of like testing it out and shaking hands and being like, "Thanks so much." And then the next scene is me walking back home. You know, my jacket popped up. Maybe a Night Vale resident or two like waving at me as I walk by, and I'm just like, hey. And then I get back to my apartment where I sit down and I continue writing for whatever fucking, like, I don't know, newspaper or publication I've started working for. And then
All right. And you also, because you need a flamingo to leave, you also have a plastic lawn flamingo with you safely out of harm's way.
yeah, and then over in the corner is like a manuscript on like an old timey typewriter that at the top says "Welcome to Night Vale," and that's what BK did. that's his little epilogue.
Adam, what are and now Adam, where are you?
I was able to make some money, and I was able to buy some farmland, and I have started the visual farm, where I have visual food, as an alternative to invisible food. So that way, the Night Vale people are able to do this. I am known as Adam Titus, the backpack farmer, because I'm always wearing my backpack that has my journals and a pink flamingo in it at all times. I never go anywhere without my pink flamingo. I sleep like with the backpack still on my back, just going like, just in case. I gotta always keep it with me. But I keep in regular contact with Norma by ordering something from the UPS every single day, so that way she has to stop by my house like every single day. And like, I'm assuming that like
Nice.
you always stop by at a regular time, so I'm just sitting on the porch drinking like tea as you stop by with the package, and I've got a tea.
I was literally about to say, like, there's mini montages of us drinking
we
tea
go to
together.
Norma.
There's one of him teaching me how to farm. There's one of me teaching him hand-to-hand combat.
Yep.
There are little vignettes of like Norma visiting BK potentially, like if he's trying to ship out something or if he's getting the paper delivered that he writes for. And then there's a scene of Norma in this odd room that seems relatively dark with a lined up row of very, very tough looking individuals dressed in monochromatic blue uniform. And she has her hands behind her back and she's walking back and forth in front of them saying, "You know, some of you might be thinking, do I have what it takes? Am I tough enough? Can I weather the storm?
No.
Is my soul fortified for what I will face in the field? Well," and then it like zooms out and you see that they all have the USPS logo on their shirts. "Some say that the Postal Service is dead, but I say, nay, it is very much alive. But some of you may not be after your first rounds." And then she stops and like turns to look at them and goes, "Now who wants to go to the library?" And that's the end of her cutscene.
All right. We cut to farther in the future. Don't know when exactly, but you do see the man in the tan jacket finally opening a door and looking inside, and he sees a woman and a young daughter looking at him with a complete look of recognition. The man is sobbing, and they go to him. They are able to see him and know him, and he is able to see them and know them. And then finally, we cut back to maybe Norma and Adam having a drink of tea, and they are able to. This is shortly after the adventure, hearing Cecil on the radio saying, "Once impossible to remember, now impossible to forget. We know all about him now, and it feels so good to finally remember his name. Since we all remember it now, we won't ever need to say his name aloud on the radio ever again. In other news, a representative of the US government, in association with the world government, the shadow government, the lizard people, and the watchers from beyond the stars, released a statement today disavowing knowledge of any events which resulted from the sale of flamingos. So yeah, the representative croaked in a low voice. We recently sold materials from a variety of secret government projects and experiments, all disguised as gardening supplies. And yes, the resulting effects on human life and the very nature of time were unfortunate. But basically, it comes down to this: America. Love it or leave it. When asked about any efforts that were being made to provide aid to those who were dislodged from the natural laws of the universe, the representative only repeated, America. Love it or leave it. All in all, a pretty typical statement from the government. Also, my scientist boyfriend Carlos came up with a use for those plastic flamingos. You all remember those overly helpful baristas that recently sprung up around town? How they kept multiplying and giving people a crushing amount of coffee whether they wanted it or not? Of course, you remember. I don't need to summarize. Well, those baristas were apparently all local citizens Troy Walsh, living in one conjoined reality. And the flamingos separate people from their reality when touched. So Carlos, with the Troy's say so, gave each of the flamingos to each of the baristas. This caused both the extra baristas and most of the extra flamingos to disappear from Night Vale for good. When asked which Troy would remain, a decision was reached rather quickly. When the now singular Troy was asked why he was chosen amongst the hundreds of iterations of himself to be the one that remained, all he had to say was, I had the most mistakes to make up for. Oh, bad news, listeners. While Carlos was digging up the flamingos he had buried to keep people from touching them, our newest intern, Henry Basil, fell into the pit and touched all of them. Literally all of them. He awoke again as a baby in hundreds of worlds at once, all of the infant versions of himself having awareness of the gaping silence that was his once true dead self. To the family and friends of intern Henry Basil, we extend our greatest condolences. Know that he was a good and hard-working intern, and that he died doing what he loved, simultaneously living and dying in infinite fractal defiance of linear time. Stay tuned for the sound of dice being gathered and the rattling of character sheets being carefully tucked away, possibly for future use. And as always, good night, Night Vale. Good night. And that's the adventure!
Yay!
Thank you, Zach.
Yay, you did it!
That was
Yes.
lovely.
You got the perfect ending!
Hooray!
I could have gotten rid of all the Troys by taking my flamingo and attacking them with it.
The flamingo also disappeared, actually, when touching the Troy. So, but you would only have gotten
Then
rid
you
of
would have
two.
been stuck.
Yeah, one
would've-
Troy, and then he had the one.
We
Yeah.
would have had to have a dump truck full of flamingos to get rid of the Troys.
What was
Or I
That
could have
was
shot
the
the mayor in the face.
So, out of curiosity, why did the tan jacket give me a piece of paper?
It was
I
just,
still don't get it.
he was just trying to get people to come to King City.
You were the one that reached for it. Yeah,
Alright.
he was Norma. Norma, if Norma looked at like the envelopes that she couldn't read the address of, now she can read what the writing is. It is from the man in the tan jacket, writing to a bunch of different addresses, all addressed to Josh Creighton. He didn't know where Josh lived or what he looked like, so he had this magic. He eventually found Night Vale, went to the library. The librarians couldn't really remember him. He found a basement, found a magical tome with a spell that could let him communicate in a very limited manner. So he was just giving them to everyone, hoping it was Josh.
And I think I got this confirmed, but the problem with his memory wasn't whenever you saw him, you forgot him, but more like the silenced. Whenever you would see him, you'd regain all memories of have seen him.
Not
for
regain,
that,
but
it's
like
just-
you remember him when you're looking at him. Like, I don't know.
I think what happened is that
It's
when
similar.
you,
That's up to interpretation. It's not more established in the book, but it's just.
I think that like having all those pictures,
weirdness affected him in a unique way.
it's like seeing all those pictures of him at once establishes in your head like who he is and what he is, so that it like stays there longer.
It wasn't the small pictures that we saw. It was the portrait.
I think it was all of it.
Well,
of him.
I thought it was the portrait because
No, I think it was the
like,
portrait.
I make this comment all the time with the silenced, that if I drew a picture of the silenced, you'd be able to remember seeing the picture of the silenced, because a picture, like a photograph, is more a perfect replication, but drawing or painting, there's so many imperfections within that painting that it's not the same thing.
Yeah, I see what you're
So
saying.
then you'd be able to look at the painting and remember the painting because it's not him. But if you saw him, you'd forget him. But because we were able to look at the portrait and go, this is the person that we keep forgetting, we were able to almost put a face to the invisible name.
I feel yeah. I agree.
Right, because it's not a
I
replication of
agree.
what he
I agree
actually
what you're
looks
saying.
like.
I hear what you're saying. I like that it's kind of like
Okay.
open
Great
for
adventure,
interpretation. That was a really good adventure, Zach. Lots of
Yeah.
fun.
Thank you so much.
If you want, I can send you like the document I wrote of like the modules, so you can see like what it looks like. I'll probably
Yeah.
That would be super
Yeah,
dope.
I'd love
I
to
would
see
like
that.
that very much.
Then I'd
somewhere.
also link that in the YouTube description because I was planning to link
Shall we?
some of the
Yeah,
stuff
I think
from
other people.
Connors. But yeah, I think we should
I
end
think
the
other
stream
people
here.
would want to play.
I think we should end the stream here, and then we can yeah, we should. I think we should end the stream here. But just once again, great adventure, Zach.
Right.
I think this is awesome that we've now had 2
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu adventures that went for 3 sessions, and we were able to finish both adventures in a relatively timely manner. I think that's awesome. I think that speaks great things to us continuing to play games online together, and I look forward to continuing to play in the future, whether it be in the world that Connor's built, the world that Zach built, or in something new. So, yeah, if we want to just go down the line then, and just if everybody wants to like say their names, and then we can sign off. Zach, if you want to start.
And what they do? Sure. I'm Zach. I don't have any social media presence like some of the others, and they'll list all of that. I'll publish this somewhere at some point. Maybe I can send Duncan that link. It can be down in the down in the comments or whatever it's called, description. I don't YouTube speak much, but yeah, I'm really glad that you all enjoyed this. It is a cool. It is a pretty cool book. I do recommend that and the podcast. Yeah, the ending you didn't the ending doesn't involve like a stampede of Troys, but it does pretty much involve like going there, getting Josh to talk to the Troys. So you did end that pretty kind of by the book. So good job to all of you wonderful players for playing this game, role playing the insanity, role playing being eaten by a librarian, and finishing all that off.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah.
Next up, Connor.
I've been Connor. I always am Connor, and I will be Connor in the future. I go by the Nadenator pretty much everywhere, but not in a formal manner. I don't stream or anything like that. And I'm not creative enough to design my own scenarios, so in the future, I can guarantee you we'll be running one that's already been written by Chaosian. But I've got a few that I've been preparing. Been working on a piratey one from the very rare in physical print Bermuda Triangle source book, so that may be coming in the future.
Radical.
Thanks for watching.
All right, Drake. Your go.
Hey everybody, I'm Drake. Thank you for watching. I thought I was going to try to start streaming, and then I realized that at this moment I don't have the time to do that. So I'll just say have a great time, and thanks for watching.
Your student teaching.
All right, awesome. Thank you,
I'm
Drake.
Emily.
And
I'm
then-
assuming I'm next.
Yes.
I'm assuming I'm next. Diva Dice Roller. We're doing a playthrough of Night in the Woods. It is not Night Vale, but it is night adjacent, and it's proving to be very, very fun. Duncan and I play that on weekends whenever Duncan is not doing Green Bay Packer things. So check that out on Twitch and soon to be on YouTube.
Goal, pack, goal.
Yeah, go Pack, go. Hoping
Yes.
the Packers win the NFC Championship game tomorrow, but also kind of not because then I have to work the Super Bowl. But, you know, whatever. Doesn't really matter either way. I'm Sir Duncan. This is Sir Duncan's Roundtable. Because these streams have actually been getting a decent amount of views, so I assume people have, and the retention rate. You guys would be surprised. People have been watching like the whole video after the fact, which is pretty cool. Like all the hours. So if you got to this point after watching this and you enjoyed it, we have 3 other streams of a roleplay game that Connor did, set in 7th edition Call of Cthulhu, called From the Stars Are All Right book. And we've also got 2 one-shot adventures. One that I think got completed, is set in the Wild West, and one set during a hurricane. I hope everybody enjoyed. And yeah, bye. Comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, buy my merch.